And as always, a honk shall lead them. What's going on, everyone? Welcome, Arvanauts. Welcome, everybody, to a Tuesday stream. It is October 8th, 2024, in the year of our Lord, Anno Domini, etc., etc., etc. I am extremely excited to welcome you all back to another Forgotten Realms Unlimited Adventures, The Realm. I'm having a great time with this. I think this is doing exactly what I hoped it would do. I think it is helping build viewer numbers. I think we are getting some excitement around the experience of this campaign, and we have now reached, folks, level 8 to 9, basically, which means that we have just finished Tomb of the Lizard King, which means that it's time for all of you to decide in just a moment, to decide what adventure we're going to do next. It's going to be up to you to decide that in just a moment. But before I get there, a couple of notes on ways to support the stream, and also welcome to Imaginary Exponent and Nonstop and Echo Alpha X5 and everyone else who's here. It's good to see you all. So, couple of quick notes, and it is retro, no doubt about it. Yeah, you can't complain that I haven't been doing any retro now, Echo. I've been doing retro for a while, and I'm going to be doing it for a little while longer as well. So I am definitely doing the thing. Okay, a couple of quick notes. If you haven't already done so, please follow the channel. That is always appreciated. Please check out our YouTube with !ArvTube, and I knew I forgot something. Hold on a second. I forgot that I had to change that from day 6 to say day 7. Hang on. I will address this issue right now. I knew that it was, I knew that I had it up there and I was like, oh, this is ready to go. And then I realized that it was day 7 and not day 6. Someone's going to be like, wait, this is false advertising. Okay, hang on just a second. Just give me one moment here whilst I do this. Has the edited version the live play? No, you're talking about the actual play. It has not yet, Geister. Part of the reason is that we're trying to get a time when we can all coordinate our media, sort of like our social media and all that stuff. And that's why we have not been doing that. But we do want to do that. And so my bad that, or it's, I shouldn't say that's not just my bad. It's our collective bad that we haven't been able to do that yet, but we will be doing so very shortly. And so that's coming soon. I'm actually I will follow up with them. We just talked about this a few days ago, but I will follow up with them. So thank you for the reminder. I will check in with them as well. But that I'm very, no, for sure. And when we do, it's going to be all over by the Dice Roll social media, our social media, individual social medias and stuff like that. Cause I'm very excited about that. And cause it came out really great. I mean, I've had a chance to see the unedited, the edited, but like the non-public version, let's put it that way. The private version, I've had a chance to do that. So we will do that. I will double check on that later this evening. So please follow the channel. Check out our YouTube, which is now up there and running. Our YouTube channel is at a new record, by the way. We are now up to 1,071 subscribers. We've gotten almost 10 subscribers in the last couple of days. Again, I'm sure that is partly because of what we've been doing with this particular adventure, so I'm super excited for that. I'm gonna keep doing this because I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I think people are enjoying it. So please do subscribe to us over on YouTube and join the fun. If you haven't already done so, please let people know to join us as well on Twitch too. !ArvCord is the Discord channel where you can hang out with the Arvanauts in between streams. Yeah, but this one, Echo, is the one. This has a lot better audio though. This one is basically just edited. Just basically means that it's got like intercuts and stuff like that. But it's not cutting out like. It isn't really abridging the content, honestly. It's just focusing the camera in the right places at the right times. That's basically it. Because the other one worked out fine, but it was really quiet. So the volume on this is much better. But anyway, !ArvCorp. You can hang out with the Arvanauts in between streams. Twitter. !Arv tweets, where you can follow when I post when we're going live. !Arv Sky is my blue sky. TikTok is !Arv Talk. Website arvanelleron.com. And don't forget to check out Hearthglow, which is the podcast that we've been recording at the Klein with CSE Cooney, with Carlos Hernandez, with Adam Petrosino, and Zach Clay. Been having a great time with that, and the next episodes are up on the channel, so you should definitely check that out. And please do spread the word on Hearthglow. We're very pleased with how that's come out, but we'd love to see that audience build. My kingdom for a social media manager. I'm still trying to track down a social media manager, and at some point, if I can find one, that would be be super great because I could really use the assistance on someone being able to manage the social media for us. But at some time, when I grow up, right, we'll figure that out. But anyway, please do spread the word about Hearthglow, and also check out Zach's and my Gen GM's show. We've got a host of new short videos, both for that and for my own channel, that are going to be coming out soon, courtesy of the amazing live suing. So please do support us and sub to us over on Gen GM's as well as we head towards 100 subscribers on that channel. The financial side of things, exclamation point ARV Shop is our merchandise area. You can get swag for the channel, swag for yourself, and also support the channel. The Patreon is exclamation point ARV Treon. One Patreon supporters had to step back for a couple of months, but they are going to resub, probably they hope by the end of the year, which is totally fine. I totally understand when that happens, but would love to see other people get on board. The Patreon will give you stuff that subbing doesn't give you on its own, and vice versa. You can get unique stuff for subbing, those custom sub badges and emotes to use everywhere across Twitch, plus, of course, inspirations to help our players. You can get inspirations by supporting the Patreon as well, but otherwise, everything you get there is different from what you get when you sub. So you can, for example, get a character background written for you. You can get an epic poem written about you. You can even get critiques of your writing. There are all sorts of different things that you can get access to our Patreon video newsletter at just the $5 per month level. So you get my update, which is about between 10 and 15 minutes video that I do every month, sent out to Patreon supporters. So all of that stuff is stuff you can get if you support the Patreon, and I would love to see that number go up because it's the lowest sort of fee-based thing. So totally, if you're able to do that, that would be very much appreciated. Hi, Tom. Good to see you. The beer is cold and ready. Nice. That's what I like to hear. Awesome. So we've got that going on, although for me it would be root beer, not regular beer, but still. So there's that. Let me see. I mentioned all that. My publishing, exclamation point Icarus, my graphic novel from Athos Arts, exclamation point Library, my Tales and Tomes from the Forbidden Library, my 5e Adventure and Sourcebook from Alligator Alley Entertainment, and exclamation point Greyshade. Now, I have some news about Greyshade. Greyshade, Renegade, and Heretic are the 3 books of the Grey Assassin trilogy, critically acclaimed. Those are currently available and award-winning. Those are currently available at that link. You can get those now, and you can get the audiobook of Greyshade from our very own Trent Sparks. All that is super cool. You can also pre-order the tabletop role-playing game of Greyshade from our very own Brandon O'Brien. But I did want to mention that there are a couple of notes about things that have come up recently involving Greyshade. The first is, let's see, hold on a second here. Okay, hold on. Let me go find this because I want to make sure that I've got it in the right spot. 1 second. Corner of story and game. Okay, so right. Okay, so I want you all to take a look, if you will, at this link that I'm going to put in chat right now. That is called The Corner of Story and Game. It is hosted by a person named Gerald Ford, not the ex-president who's now passed away, but the podcaster, which is, from its own description, a podcast about the stories inside of games, the games that writers play, and the writers that create games. So I did an interview with this gentleman last night. It was a really interesting conversation, probably about 45 minutes or so. I got onto this because Jennifer Brozek had been in this, and Jen had been kind enough to recommend me, and I recommended a couple of other folks at the same time. Yeah, exactly, Geister. So I had a chance to do a podcast here, which spoke a lot about my motivations for how I tie writing and gaming together, for the ways in which Greyshade went from novel to tabletop role-playing game and stuff like that. So I want to recommend this. First of all, there's a lot of really interesting stuff here anyway. He has had on a number of really interesting people on here, including with Rudy Rutenberg. I already mentioned Jen Brozek, Kat Richardson. There was also Matt Forbeck was on this as well. He's now done, I believe, 100 episodes or so. Richard Dansky was on there also. I've already mentioned Matt Forbeck. Jim Zub, who's quite well known. There's a number of people here, and he's been doing it steadily, pretty much once a week for a long period of time now. In fact, I think he started, let me see, the first episode of this started all the way back in July 2022. So he's been doing this now for 2 years. And I am the latest person to show up on the podcast. So I'm super excited about that. And I want to recommend that people check it out. I believe there's also a YouTube as well. But I know that there is a YouTube. But this is going to be going on. Let me see if I can find it. Unless that's being held in another place. Let me just double check and make sure. Oh no, that is not. That is with somebody else. Okay, I take that back. Okay, so anyway, but it's available there. It's available on Spotify. There are a number of places where it can be found. He's on LinkedIn as well. So I would recommend checking it out. I really enjoyed this conversation last night, and I appreciate that Jen put me in touch with Gerald. And I said that I was going to talk about it today because he's going to have it posted sometime, he said, today or tomorrow. So keep your calendars marked and your podcast noted. Also, hi, Emily, for all these things, because I thought it was a good conversation. I really enjoyed it. So that's the first thing. The other bit of news is something that I can't talk about much yet, although since my editor is here sitting in chat. Oh yeah, that's funny. He may have interviewed Richard Nixon. Perhaps he interviewed, Chevy Chase, for particular ideas. No, I honestly, when I saw it, and of course, good luck putting in Gerald Ford and podcast into Google, right? The poor guy, like all I get is a bunch of SNL 70s skits and, Ford loses to Carter, Ford pardons Nixon. I was just like, man, yeah, no, not that Gerald Ford, another kind of Gerald Ford. But anyway, so the other big news that I can't talk about the details yet, but I will just mention, there is going to be a major promotion. I don't think, Emily, I'm at liberty to mention it yet, right? But I don't think I can talk about the specifics yet. But there is a major promotion that is going to happen relating to Grayshade that is very likely to lead to a significant boost in, at the very least, digital sales and an increase in reviews. Why am I telling you all of this? Because if you have read Grayshade, if you have bought Grayshade, if you have I really like Grayshade, this was fun, it would be lovely if this were the time that you were to jump on board and add reviews either to Amazon or to Barnes & Noble or to wherever it is that you happen to have gotten this thing, and spread the word far and wide. This is going to be happening early next week. And so I'm very excited about this. I think it's a big thing, and I'm very happy and grateful that Athos is willing to do this, but it's a big promotion. That the lower price really helps out. I can talk about it. Okay. So what it is I'm going to be Grayshade is going to be part of a BookBub promotion. Now, for those of you who don't know, BookBub is basically a massive list of readers, and it is a curated list. So basically, they vet these books so that the people who were on their list are not getting junk. And then they send it to their 1.3 million subscribers. That's right, 1.3 million subscribers on this list. And as Emily mentioned, there is a lower price that is put on this book. While this is live, it is, and I think it's just for a day or two, the price of Grayshade is going to be dropped to 99 cents. And the price of the sequels, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Renegade is going to be a little lower, and then Heretic is going to be full price, I believe. And what usually happens in that scenario is that people are looking at that, they say, hey, I want to give this book a try, and then they really get into it, hopefully, and then they want to read the others, and they're more willing to pay the higher prices. So it improves sales all the way. And everyone that I have talked to about this, not just at Athos, but I've talked to a number of independent authors, people who have worked with small presses, even people who work with larger presses but did this stuff later on, have done this and have said that it has a measurable and large effect on sales, and also that it gets, as Emily says, the sales bump gets into the algorithms, and that really helps on Amazon because it gets it into the US fantasy list. And if you can get the algorithm up there, oh, this is our first time of doing this, but I'm really excited about it because everyone I've talked to has said that it works really well. So I'm super excited about this. I believe that it is the 13th. I believe it's in the States, Columbus Day weekend. So it's this coming weekend that's going to be there. But we are on this U.S. fantasy list on BookBub. And again, it is something which is part of, it's a curated list, so you don't just get on because you ask to. You do have to, the publisher has to supplement it financially, have to pay for it, but they don't even get on the list. There are a lot of times people apply and they just don't get accepted for it because it is a curated list. And so it reminds me very much of the old days, actually, in sort of music club world, where music clubs used to be, they would vet the band. If the band was a good band, they didn't give a damn about how many people the band drew. They cared that it was a good band, and they, the club, were responsible for bringing in the people. So you would come in as the band. They knew you were a good band, and people came to the club knowing that there was good music. Now, the clubs, I think, really got lazy, and they basically just said, we want the bands to do the draw, which is why you have a bunch of frat bands from Long Island, right, doing this stuff who are not very good and don't sound unusual or novel, and it's all about, can you draw 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 people rather than are you any good? So I really, really like the fact that it's the case. And yes, I am aware that it's super expensive, and we've worked out a kind of supplemental deal, Athos and I, about this, but it really is supposed to have a big boost in sales and everything else. So I am really hopeful for the best. I'm hopeful that it's going to be another sort of big jump forward. So I am excited about that. Yes. Yeah, I've worked something out. We have worked something out. Ballsteg and I have worked something out, but I think everyone is excited about it. I think that Greyshade has. Oh, you did? I'm glad that you did, and I'm glad that it got picked up. Because I know when he contacted me, he was very happy that it had gotten picked up for the deal. So that's good news, and thank you for talking him into it. But that's, yeah, I'm very pleased about that, and I think. I really think that this, I think Greyshade has commercial value. I've always felt that way. I'm obviously biased, but still. And I think that something like this is going to be great. So I'm letting you all know that, because this means that, and I will definitely announce this when it actually goes live. I will make sure to announce it on the Discord. I will announce it on my social media. And my hope is that we will then get a lot of people over there looking at it. The algorithms get boosted. It's like a hype train on Twitch, right? A couple people do it, then a couple more people do it, then a bunch more people do it, and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, exactly. And having even some more reviews that are on the positive side of things, which I think people are more likely even to review it positively when they only did the 99-cent thing. It's just a numbers thing, right? If 1.3 million people get this, okay, assume that, 1% of the 1.3 million actually decide to buy the book. That's over 1,000 sales if that's what you end up doing. And again, you're doing it at a low price point, but you're also doing it where you get the reviews, you get the algorithm, you get that sales bump, and then hopefully they buy the rest of the books in the series as well, if I did my job as well as everybody else. So anyway, I'm excited about that. I've never been in a promotion like that. And I guess according to Emily, that's the first for Athos too. So I'm in the fantasy list. So super cool. I'm excited about it. I am grateful that Athos is doing this. And yes, so I wanted to let you all know about that's happening. And again, that is !Greyshade. You should check all of that out. And as always, !BLM, Black Lives Matter. Very important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. !Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Very important to reach out to others when you need help and reach out to others when they need help as well. And !Ukraine, UKRAINE, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war with bravery and courage. And send the message that we will do so in the future as well. Oh, you got into the non-US fantasy list? #1 bestseller in Canadian sword and sorcery. Okay, wait a minute. I would like to think that I know your style of writing, having blurbed one of your books and read others works by you, Emily. I've never thought of you as a sword and sorcery person. That wouldn't have been my assumption. I mean, don't get me wrong. Maybe you have Fabio covers that were just sort of sitting there that you've been holding out on. That's true. That's true. I have not read your Dragon trilogy. So maybe is that, but then why are there no Fabio covers? If you're going to do sword and sorcery, at some point you need to have something like the darkness of the sand demon or something like that. And then there needs to be some scantily clad person somewhere on a cover at some point. That's the way that works. And then usually there needs to be an accompanying soundtrack, which sounds like, "Here we are, masters of the universe." Something like that. You need something like that. And then they show, well, see, but no, see, this is what I'm saying. I did not, to be clear, I did not just say women. See, that's the thing. You did have a busty woman, but she's 9 months pregnant and on a track. Okay, well, I mean, listen. She's pregnant or the dragon's pregnant? Because that could change everything. Yeah, no, I mean, that's exactly right. All of a sudden, I thought this was a very interesting take on Enemy Mine. So, his mate is pregnant. Oh, all right. Well, so, okay. Vallejo probably could make it work. I just want, at some point, I was like, man, that's what we need. And it also needs to be like for like everybody on a sword and sorcery cover is always like holding on to a piece of architecture. You notice that? Like they're always like holding on to like a pillar of a temple, or they're holding on to like a step on an altar, or they're like holding on to like the front door of something like that. There's always something like that. Oh, I know Blackgate very well. In fact, I know I have had my books reviewed in Blackgate, and I believe Brandon Crilly, who of course Emily knows very well, I believe is a managing editor. Yeah, that's right, managing editor of Blackgate. Oh, it's not that? Well, I thought that Brandon, I'm sure that Brandon's done work with them though, because I remember, many years ago. Oh, Seth, that's right. Seth is the managing editor. That's right. But I do remember that Brandon did some stuff before. Yeah, no, Blackgate's good stuff. Yep. My friend Kelly Swales used to write for Blackgate as well, so good stuff. Or because of the muscles. That's why they have to hold on to architecture. I just have always been like, dude, I don't, So anyway, about BlackRock books, Blackgate, Black. Yeah, exactly. Black something, right? It always has to be something. Yeah, I was just trying to think of other. Yeah, no, then I thought of ones that would have unfortunate political connotations like Blackwater, and I'm like, definitely not them. Definitely not them. Anyway, so I'm excited about it. I will let you folks know when more of this stuff comes to pass in the next few days. BlackRock, Blackgate. Yeah, that's right. Okay, now a couple of notes just before we get started today. Quick reminder, at 4 p.m. Eastern, I will be over on GogCom's Twitch channel playing more Songs of Conquest, which has been a lot of fun. And then tonight, we will be back 9 p.m. Eastern with the Our Vocalists playing a new game called Growing Up. If you have not seen this before, a new game for the Our Vocalists, I should say. This is a 1 to 2 session game, which is about basically exactly what it says, sort of growing up. It's kind of like a visual novel. It's more lighthearted, definitely, than the Banner Saga 3, which was, growing down would have been the subtext maybe. So there's that. But I'm looking forward to it. And if all goes well, it will last 1 or 2 sessions, which will set us up perfectly for December with Christmas Carol, with the Our Vocalists, of course, happening. So that's going to be a good time going forward. Also, I want to make one other announcement as well, and that is that I wanted to mention that this coming, Thursday, not this coming Thursday, what am I saying? Later this month on a Thursday, it's actually 3 weeks. Actually, oh no, we moved it. That's right. We moved it. I'm sorry. That's why I got confused about this Thursday. So 3 weeks from today, we will have a Tuesday, which will be the Patreon Field Chat Chosen Game of the Month. We will have By the Dice Roll doing Ghosts of Saltmarsh. And then we will also have a special event with CSE Cooney. Now, I will have more details about that soon, but it is going to be something related to the Halloween season, I will say. I will give you more details about that. Yeah, it'll be neat. The gold standard. Yeah, well. So anyway, that special event is going to be happening in 3 weeks, and I highly recommend it. I think you will enjoy it. It will involve some reading and writing. So that's going to be something that you will definitely want to check out. And then, of course, Thursday the 31st, we have our special Halloween event, which is our Edgar Allan Poe reading, which is going to be great. I am super excited about that. I did note that there is a wide receiver who plays in American football for the Las Vegas Raiders who wants to be traded, who had posted on his Instagram a picture of Edgar Allan Poe, which a lot of people therefore assumed meant that he wanted to go to the Baltimore Ravens, who are famously named named after the Edgar Allan Poe poem. And were it not for the fact that I am a many years long Pittsburgh Steelers fan, I might well have ended up as a Ravens fan, because they are the one football team in all the NFL that is based on not only a literary figure, but in a really important and good literary figure. But I am a Steelers fan and thus cannot root for anything involving the Baltimore Ravens. So I hope that Devontae Adams, who is a good receiver, doesn't actually go to the Ravens. But I did think it was nice that we got a Halloween-themed receiver trying to get traded from his team to some other team that is named after a major Halloween writer. I thought that was cool. I figured I would share that with you so you too could geek out with me on a thing that only English professors care about. But anyway, so that's what we got going on. Very exciting time for everybody, and very exciting time for us today as we play this game. And so let us get into it. Because, chat, you've got some work to do today. You have got to decide where we are going next. So it is going to be up to you to make that decision. Oh, yes. And I had this as a note. As I was looking up, I was going to mention this too. Also, there is, I think now, either 48 or 36 hours. I know that it's at least 30 hours left of the Athos Arts pre-order for 2 books. And so please do mention that, Emily. Yes, please do that while I'm talking about it. Also, hi to MST, and also totally cool, Genly. And yes, I will still be around at 4 p.m. Eastern, although I won't be here at 4 p.m. Eastern. I'll be over at GOG. But you can definitely join us over there. I will be there for sure. And then we'll be back here tonight as well for our Rokulis. Also, and also happy birthday, Genly. Wait, it's Genly's birthday today? Oh, that's right. October 8th. Yes, it is. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. We have a follow from the corner of Story and Game. Oh, and we have and look at that. I was just talking about this person. The corner of Story and Game is subscribed. Well, welcome. I was just talking about this. This is Gerald Ford, who was the podcaster that I had a wonderful conversation with last night, talking about story and games and things like that. So everybody, welcome the corner of Story and Game. Very cool. Thank you so much for joining us and for subscribing. That's very kind of you. I really enjoyed that convo that we had last night. I am excited for it. I already talked up the podcast a fair bit already. Gerald, just so you know, like I talked about it quite a bit already, actually. But yeah, if you know, let us know when it's actually posted, but I already put a couple of links in, and you should put some more links as well. And we will make sure to get that posted and up there as well. Yeah. I had some people that thought you might be the former president, and I explained that was not the case. Does not even look like the former president. Yes, I'm sure he's never heard it. Did you know that my father looked a little bit like Gerald Ford? Just so we know. Episode will be out in an hour or so. Lovely. Awesome. Yeah, I really enjoyed it quite a bit. It was a good time. It was a good time. Okay, so let us start the game. And you're going to get a chance to. So yes, definitely, please do put any links that you want. Thank you. Well, yes, Emily the Invincible is my editor is a good friend and my editor at Athos, and was amazing about all of that kind of stuff. But yes, let's do both of those. First of all, well, I was going to talk about Wenchkin's birthday when he shows up, if and when he shows up, Echo. But yes, it's Wenchkin's birthday as well. But what was I going to say? Which was, first of all, I know it's not Echo's birthday yet, I don't think. So a couple things I wanted to note, which was, first of all, yes, please do put the links in here, Corner of Story and Game. And then secondly, Emily is posting some Athos Arts links, which are also really important. So we got a bunch of people posting links at the moment. Okay. Right. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to play the game. And I think that when we play the game, what it's going to do is, okay, it's going to be B. When I play the game, I have a feeling it's going to start us at the beginning again, so you'll just have to ignore this introduction. No, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm exactly planning on exactly that, Tom. So So yes, so first of all, there is the release for Stormtree today, and I was glad to see that the audiobook got released. That's really awesome, Emily. So yes, first of all, Stormtree. So definitely go get that book. Secondly, the Alicia books are an add-on bundle on a pre-order campaign, and it's that pre-order campaign that I mentioned, which is coming to an end soon. It has been successful, but would love to get some more buzz around that. So definitely do that. And then the third thing, I don't know what the third thing is. I know about the first two things. Yeah. Okay, I am going to play the game. I'm going to load a saved game. We're going to load B and begin adventuring. Ah, good. It didn't. All right, perfect. All right, so we will. All right, good. The Southlands. Not that that really matters where we are. Okay. So, and then November, what is this coming up? Oh, I think I may remember this. Yeah. Mystery, Meaning, and Mortality. Yes, I remember that this is a talk coming up in November, about mid-November. Yes, I do remember that. Very, very cool. On all fronts, very cool. So yeah, so definitely support and check out all those things, chat. Okay, so here we go. So chat, we are now sitting at level 9 for most of these characters. In fact, specifically, Echo Alpha is level 8, is about a third of the way to leveling to level 9. Hillness, and has a negative 9 AC, by the way. Hillness is a level 8 fighter and is about 3/4 of the way, I would say, towards leveling to level 9. Arcanus Bot is also with a negative 5 AC. Arcanus Bot, our cleric with a negative 4 AC, she is level 8 and is about, again, 3/4 of the way to level 9. Effect Life, and has a negative 4 AC. With a negative 2 AC, our awesome mage Effect Life is a level 9 and is about 2/3 of the way, I would say, maybe 3/4 actually now, to level 10, which is going to be pretty awesome. Negative 3 Nonstop is with a negative 3 AC, is level 9, a level 9 ranger already. So Nonstop kicking ass back there. She's doing great work. And of course, Nonstop he, but is playing a she because, So that's Nonstop. And then Shadowed Mage, last but certainly not least, a negative 3 AC and is a level 11, because thieves, speed, etc., a level 11 thief. So you put all that together and you have a rough average of about level 9, let's say. So that's going to be cool. So yeah, I know exactly. That's such a saturated group, exactly. So we are basically averaging about, I would say, 9th level, more or less. So with all that said, let's talk about what things are available to us. So I'm going to post a few of these things. We have basically done all of the Southlands now. The only thing that's left to do is this thing way off to the west here, which is like level 18 or 20. So that's way too high for us. We can't do that. And this Isle of Terranuria, the South Sea, Drums on Fire Mountain, that is too low level for us. We are over leveled for that, which means that we need to head north into the Northlands. So here's where we're going to do this. So now we get to see what levels we have. So let's see what we've got. Little village of Chala, nestled on the banks of the river Shrill, has prospered for generations, but now the city faces misfortune, pestilence, and decay because the icon which brought it prosperity has been stolen. All the clues suggest the object was carried into the Blackweed Swamp, but you be the one to bring it back. If you are willing to help these folk, then load Game 18, the UA conversion of module GA2 Swamplight, designed for characters levels 7 to 9. So your first choice about what adventure to do, chat, is Swamplight. Okay, Swamplight is option 1. Option 2 here is the Slaver's Kingdom. And this is a very famous one, the Against the Slave Lords. So basically A1 to 4, the Area of Slave Lords. This is a longer one, but it's got a series of adventures, very well known, the Slave Lords one, and that's level 7 to 9 as well. So we have Slave Lords, that's level 7 to 9, or we've got Swamplight, which is level 7 to 9. And then if we go further north, okay. We then have the famous Keep on the Borderlands, but this is probably, I don't know whether this is the right level or not. We'll see. The finest and darkest of humanity stand for their own purposes against the rising tide of humanoids, and now something more evil is rising in the caves of chaos. Do you dare face the Borderlands from base in the Keep? So that's Keep in the Borderlands levels 1 to 5. We're over-leveled for that, but we have the Slaver's Kingdom. We already talked about that. That's levels 7 to 9. And then the legendary hero Raithor contacts you to return to the Keep on the Borderlands. So we could then get Raithor's prize for characters levels 7 to 9. So far we have Swamplands, that's level 7 to 9. We have Area of the Slave Lords, that's level 7 to 9. Or Raithor's prize, level 7 to 9. Okay, everyone got that so far? Then we've got the soldiers of, I want to say Guido's Fort, but Guido's Fort from the mysterious mountain. Will you be the first to return or fall prey to the horror on the hill? Guido's Fort is stuck between, okay, we're over-leveled for that, so never mind. We already know about the Slaver's Kingdom. Okay, so that's there. Or the search for the hidden tower of a wizard known as Castanamir. Unknown wealth could remain in the old mage's home. If we do that, okay, we're also over-leveled for that. All right, so basically we have right now Swamplight, Area of the Slave Lords, or Raithor's Prize. Okay, so far so good. My party needs Swamplands. All right, well, we will talk about that. You can convince people when we get them all there, but I promised everyone that I would give them an option here, so yeah, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's see. Okay, East Bridge. No. Okay, the inn known as Daleson's Rest. While there, possible you may become involved in a conflict between archmages. Let's see, that's level 15 to 20. We are very under-leveled for that. Whoops, nope. Go away. Oh, yeah, there's more. Oh, yeah, there's more, all right. Small cluster of homes lies in the forest south of the main trail. Here dwell families who have staked a claim in the forest of the Beastlands and will not surrender their homes to the evils ranging about them. Yet evil has come in the night to their shadowed streets, and a child has vanished. A wandering hag has been captured and is held for questioning, but there is no sign of the child. If you would seek out the missing child, play Witch Hunt. Okay, that also is too low level for us. Now we get to the Westlands, where civilization is still maintained through a struggling grasp. So first of all, we have Specularum. Let's see. 3 warring factions, 1 murder. The Toronescu, Radu or Vorloi, who is responsible. Entering Specularum will drop you into the middle of this conflict if you dare. The UA conversion of the Veiled Society for characters level 1 to 3. Oh, yeah. That's right. And then Lurdium Arcades, to a wizard knowledge is power, and Lurdrium wants to know the mysterious secret of the rock. Many have tried to discover it, but the rock keeps its secret well. Do you know what, can you smell what the rock is cooking? If you're interested in undertaking this mission, okay, level 1 to 3, that is not going to get it done, I'm afraid. So never mind that. Although a lot of these are adventures that we could do with another party after we finish with the one that we've got here, but we'll see. That one does not sound appealing. Yeah, that's okay, ruthless brigands raid the road between Specularum and Erst, leaving a trail of massacred men, women, and children. Their victims are stabbed, dismembered, bitten, and chewed. Local lords are desperate for heroes. If you're willing to seek out the monsters behind these attacks, you could play the mini-adventure Despoiled for characters level 7 to 9. That's interesting. So that's possible. So we've got the mini adventure Despoiled. Okay, so that is now one other thing to remember is if it's a mini adventure, first of all, we don't have to leave this adventure. It's right here. I don't have to like transfer saves and whatever. And it's level 7 to 9, so it's shorter. So we've got that to consider as well. So we have so far Despoiled. We have, which is to stop the monsters attacking the road. We have Swamplight, which is trying to track down a town's lost artifact, which according to TomTom has a nice item for the party and is not a very long adventure. So we have that. We have Raithor's Prize, I believe it is, where we go back to the keep on the Borderlands, or we have Area of the Slave Lords. So if someone could keep track of that for me. So we have, again, we have this one, Despoiled, mini adventure, characters 7 to 9, stop the monster attacks. We have Swamplight, a small adventure. I do have to leave this, I think, to do that. But Swamplight adventure, again, 7 to 9 to find an artifact taken from a town. We have Raithor's prize, which is we go back to the keep on the Borderlands to deal with some stuff surrounding the Caves of Chaos. That's level 7 to 9. And we have Against the Slave Lords, which is a longer adventure, and that's also 7 to 9. Yeah, Veiled Society is level 1 to 3, so we can't do that with this party, Geister, I'm afraid. Way over leveled for that. So those are the 4 that we have so far. We're not going to do that yet. Okay, the Gates of Ernst. Adventure awaits within for anyone willing to brave the city. If you choose to enter the city, the Ghost Tower of Inverness, designed for character levels 5 to 7. I love the Ghost Tower of Inverness, but we are probably over leveled for that. May have to do another party. We'll see. Let's see. Let us sail south to the village of Klein. Let's do that. Okay, the village of Klein. Goblins here have always been a nuisance, but the natives have dealt with them and continued an otherwise peaceful existence. Now a valuable magic item has disappeared. Why are these villages always losing magic items? Thank you, Emily. Why are they always losing magic items? I don't get it. If you'd like to help the village of Klein regain the Scepter of Truth from the Goblin Raiders, you should load Game 7, Raven's Return. Let me just double check here and see what that level is. Raven's Return, 2E. Let's see. Exactly, right? Assault on Raven's Ruin. That's interesting. Assault on Raven's Ruin. That's very old school. What levels? Oh, levels 2 to 3. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so never mind that. That's way too low level for us. But this shows you we could actually take another party and do an entire passage through the realms and do adventures, none of the adventures that we did with this party. We'll have to think about that. Okay, outside the village of Klein are many farms, and sleeping in the spacious fields of an elderly farmer does not irk the man in the least, but a dark secret is yearning to be revealed. If you dare to sleep in the old farmer's field, okay, we can't do that. Or we can go... no, we do not get a boat. Following the river south from the road leads to the ruin of a once magnificent stone mansion. It has crumbled over the years, but all is not at peace here. Investigation, okay, that's levels 3 to 5. We're not going to do that. We are over leveled for that. Okay, let's see what is here. The city of Wittersham, capital of the nation of Pelham. From Wittersham, 2 directions. Ancient prophecies point to a dark hour of the nation of Pelham. That hour seems to be now. Lord of Wittersham is looking for a band of adventurers who will fight for his nation and bring back its savior. Characters level 4 to 7. We're really over leveled for that. The Yatil Mountains south of Pelham, there's rumored to be a magical hoard of unsurpassed value, treasure of such fame that scores of adventurers have perished trying to find it. The Lost Caverns of Sojsank. Oh, that's a classic. And you may gain the hidden wealth of the long dead mage if you live. Jeez, Lost Caverns of Sojsank. I actually own that. What is the level for that, though? So... it was originally a tournament adventure. Yes, it's with it. Yes, very cool cover. I just need to find what the level is, though. Most of these they tell you what the level is, but I don't know what this is. Descent into the Lost Caverns of Sojsank is considered 9th level, but Level 6 to 10. Okay. That's definitely doable. That's definitely doable. That's right in our level range. So we could do that. And actually, if we were to do that, that would probably... Interesting. Okay, we'll think about that. All right, so would you mind, Greyhawk. Would you mind writing that down for me too, Emily, if you wouldn't mind? The Lost Caverns of Sojsankth. That's actually in the same realm that we were, but it was just an area that we couldn't get to. Thank you so much, Emily. When a great worm red dragon awakes from decades of hibernation, the local laird calls for his people to retreat from the mountains rather than face this implacable evil. Even adventurers are unwillingly to risk this ill fate. This dragon hunt pits the party against one of the deadliest creatures in the Dungeons & Dragons game, a great worm red dragon. Only characters of extreme level should attempt this endeavor. That's Mini Adventure 9 Dragon Hunt. Okay, we are not ready for that. So we're going to say that's a big old no for that. We are not ready for that one. Yeah, that name is interesting. Okay, so I want to double check here. Okay. Right, I know about that. No. Okay, which means I can go south. All right, so let's see. Right, we're not doing that one. And that is also not going to work. No. Interesting. All right, I don't know why that. Yeah, I know about that. I know. No, go away. No, I'm not. Okay. Okay. A cloud of death hangs over Two Lakes Vale, and nothing has come out since its arrival. Worried, you may receive a king's commission to enter into the Vale and get to the bottom of matters there. If you're interested in attempting this mission, beware. Oh, that's level 15 to 20. No, I don't think we're going to do Death's Ride, chat. Pretty confident that we're not going to be able to get Death's Ride with our current characters. Here's a small settlement. We'll get there eventually, Tom. Half enclosed by the Whispering Widow Woods. Ooh, good name. Passing through, it's possible you hear of a boy who has disappeared. If you want to enter the woods in search of the missing boy, lost in the woods, you should load Game 19, the UA conversion of Tales of Enchantment for characters levels 5 to 8. That's possible. We could do that. We're going to have to do that first if we're going to, because we're right at the level range. We're really a little over-leveled for it, honestly. Yeah, I think we're a little over-leveled for that, so I'm gonna veto that, actually. Okay, a horror lurks beneath the earth, and this is so cool. There's so many cool adventures. In the small farms south of Stalinford, the help of the Duke's army is too many days distant, and the attacks have claimed many human lives. If you would descend into the Warrens, okay, that's level 4 to 6. No thanks. King's Road leads north to the town of Stalinford, farther on into the realm of its rulers. It is time for the King's Festival, but trouble is ready to erupt in the road. Exactly. We'll send someone worse later on. Exactly. In the form of an orc raid. We have to be very discerning about the jobs we take on. We're like a private school. We get to choose what students we want. Okay. Trouble is ready to erupt in the Foreman work raid. If you are interested in joining the retaliation against the orcs and then following through with the plots that ensue, wow, you get modules B11 and B12, King's Festival and Queen's Harvest. Characters may begin these adventures at first level. No. If you're interested in traveling farther west, you may hire on with a caravan. You're sure to encounter perilous adventures in the giant desert. The Lost City, okay, but that's levels 3 to 5. Once that's found again, sought fervently by merchants both within the desert without, the first colony sent to the desert vanishes without a trace. If you would accept the mission offered by the Guild of Merchants, okay, we're also under-leveled for that. Okay, or over-leveled, I should say, for that. Okay, now... No! Oh, okay, that's the north part? Okay. Right. No. No. Okay. All right. So I think that is good enough for now, chat. This gets us to the Southlands and the Westlands. I think we're in the Southlands. We started out in the Southlands, but the Southlands and the Westlands, even though it says Southlands, I don't think that's accurate. So we have a couple of options. So what are the 5 choices, Emily, since you were kind enough to list this? Chat, we have to decide. In fact, I will post this up there. Where's my voting option? Thank you so much, Emily. Okay, let me get the let me get our bot running here. Whoops. Be quiet. No more general video. Not right now. Okay. Right. So here we are with the polls. Let's put up the polls. Okay, so here we go. All right, and we're going to do... Alrighty. Okay. What adventure should we play? All right, so we have... Thank you. All right, so we've got Swamplight, short, need to leave. What do you mean short need to leave? Meaning like once we do it, then that's... So, and Swamplight is where we go to try to get one of the artifacts back for the village. Despoiled is where we stop monster attacks. And that's level 7 to 9. Wraither's Prize. Explore Caves of Chaos. 7 to 9. And then Lost Caverns. I'm going to do Slave Lords last. Santh. That's a classic, and that's levels 7 to 9. Oh, short adventure. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Gotcha. 6 to 10. And then we've got... What was the last one? Slave Lords. Yeah. Okay. So, so here we go. So I'm going to put this up for a poll. My thoughts about this are, and you can get your votes in now, chat. My thoughts about this are that if Swamplight is as short as people suggest, and Despoiled is also short, I think we should do one or both. My suggestion would be to do one or both of the shorter adventures, and then think about doing maybe like either Lost Caverns or Slave Lords. The thing about Caverns is that because the upper limit is level 10, that gives us a little more room to maneuver. Slave Lords, though, might level us. So another way to look at it is we could do one of those, do Lost Caverns, then do Slave Lords. We probably won't be able to do that and Wraither's Prize because we'll be leveled. But it looks to me now like we have so many adventures that we can run another party starting at level 1 and just move them on up, basically, so that they can do that as well. So I think either of these works. Tom's suggestion, again, is that it's short. And so it makes sense to do Swamplight. Nice thing about that is I don't think I have to reload this, he said, doubtfully, maybe. Hi, Ishcakes. Welcome. So join us for this. Please join us and welcome. And also, Ishcakes, you are closing in on 1,000 followers, if I'm not mistaken, on Twitch. So congratulations on almost hitting that milestone. And if you folks haven't done so, please do follow Ishcakes on Twitch, as she aims for that milestone. Oh, you need game 18? God damn it, Tom. No, it's fine. Swamplight is game 18. I could have done Despoiled and I would never have to leave. Do you actually, I wonder how short Despoiled is. It's a mini adventure. Oh, nice. Very nice. I don't know if Despoiled is a mini adventure or not. Oh, yeah, that's a good call. Let me do that. There we go. Thank you, Echo. Good call. All right, so last call. Going once for Swamplight. Going twice for Swamplight. All right. Swamplight it is. Chat has spoken. I will come back to what I want to do is save this near where Despoiled is, in the hopes that if we're not overleveled, then when we come back to this, we can do Despoiled next. So I'm going to go close to where that is. No. Oh, wait a second. No. Okay, can I go north? I don't know that we will be for level 7 to 9, but I guess we'll see. Yes, okay, there's that. That's Ernst. Inverness is so good. Okay, so there's that. So, no, let's go here. Okay, we're going to win camp. We're going to save that as level, let's say, I don't know, B. And yes, I want to exit play. Okay, so, right, level 0. So we're going to do, let me go into the save area. All right, so this is game 0. I don't need to remove the characters because I already have done this, so that's all good. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Okay. Why is that not showing? Okay, there we go. Good. Okay, so we think that it's level 18, huh? You said Swamplight is level 18, Tom? Is that right? Game 18. Okay. Game 18. Okay, do the save. Then we're going to copy. Dun, 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 dun. Copy. Paste. Got it. Okay, game 18. All right. Here we go. All right, so now we're going to select a design. And let's go back to this. We're going to select a design, and we're going to go to 18, which is Swamplight. Swamplight. There we go. All right, game 18. So we're going to play the game. We're going to add a character. There we go. Add. Whoops. And add. There we go. All right. Now we're going to begin adventuring. And as a reminder, when we begin adventuring, at least initially, the map's going to be off because it's going to take a minute to figure it out, but we will get there. So, begin adventuring. Welcome to the Realm. Okay. The Realm. Ooh, game 18. The comprehensive UA conversion of Dungeon Module GA2, Swamplight. Your adventures have led you to the Eastlands, called by some the Beastlands. Or maybe the Leastlands, am I right? Okay. More specifically, you stand on the shore of the mighty river Shrill, just outside the village of Shala. Hala. For decades, the city of Hollowbred, nestled on the banks of the river Shrill, known hereabouts as the Leal River, boasted a prosperous fishing business. The community's life revolved around the wide, slowly rolling river that meandered miles northward of the Blackweed Swamp. Men trained their sons and daughters to be fishermen and taught them to trap the large lizards that lived on the banks of the river and in the swamp. The city enjoyed lucrative trading contracts with merchants from communities inland and to the south. As the city grew, young men traveled to Shala, to Hollowbred, to seek adventure in the swamp or marry into gainful careers. Okay. The people of Hala quickly welcomed officials from southern inland cities, treating them like royal visitors and regaling them with stories of the river and the city's past. The Hollands explained that they did indeed owe their happiness to the great Leal, but the river, their good fortune, the prosperous fishing industry, just give me 1 second here. Right. Let's see. The river, their good fortune, the prosperous fishing industry, and their fine crafts were all gifts of their god, Tefnut. You know our god is a Tefnut. He's as tough as it gets. That's why we call him Tefnut. Okay, Tefnut. Indeed, the largest structure in Hala is a temple that honors the god, and inside it rests the community's most valuable treasure, a 1-foot-tall gold and platinum statue of the deity, a beautiful lion-headed woman. That's what happens when you crowdsource your god's name. That's how we got Bodie McBoatface, right? Over the past 4 weeks, Gregory, though, the situation has begun to change. Fishermen have begun to disappear, leaving only empty boats floating on the Leal. Also, the few young men who sought their fathers disappeared. The once prosperous city has fallen into panic. Word has come to you that they seek adventurers to aid them in their time of need, whatever that need may be. Okay. Rumors insist the problems run deeper than vanishing villagers. Leaving the boat behind, you look ahead to the cramped little buildings of Hala. Okay. Going to encamp. We're going to save this as game A. No, we do not want to exit play. We do, however, I love it when it does that. Okay, there we go. Stop doing that. No. It goes here, and then we go there. And I don't want you to do that. I did pick that. It goes there. Yay, there we go. All right. Party makes camp. Also, I'm going to have, let me just quickly change the order around because Echo Alpha has to go here. Hillness has to go here. Nonstop? No. Arcana Spot goes there. Effect Life is there. And I want Nonstop there. Okay, and then I also want Arcana Spot to cast a Cure Light Wounds on Shadow Mage. We're going to do another one of those. Oh, my God. Great work, everyone. I could have just cast one Cure Serious Wounds and done all this, but I imagine we're going to get a chance to rest pretty quickly, so no big deal. All right. Save. What did I say? We save this under A. Exit. Okay. The paladin has to walk on the front. Okay. Right. You enter the village of Hala. A grim-faced man approaches and introduces himself as Vant, chief village elder. Behind him are other elders and many citizens of Hala. Our city teeters on the brink of disaster, Vant mutters gravely. Our lives are in jeopardy because the statue of our goddess was spirited from our temple. Even though I look like a badass, with a bare chest, a necklace, and a swirling cloak and cape which makes me look vaguely like a swashbuckler, I am both a shaman and also a member of the Three Musketeers. Fear me! Trackers say lizard men are responsible, but I believe it was our own complacency that caused it to be ripped from our midst. We did not guard the golden and platinum image of Tefnut. We were not, if you will, Tefnut. If we had been more Tef, we wouldn't have lost our nut. Anyway, the chief elder explains about the glories of Tefnut. I mean, the glories, clearly, and how the goddess is responsible for the success of their fishing industry. He pauses and glumly adds that since the disappearance of the statue, the goddess has been seeking vengeance. Fishermen have not returned, trappers have been killed by unknown causes. The elder begs you to aid their cause. Vant waits. Do you agree to help the village of Hala? Only now does the cloak and flame dramatically move. Do you notice that? Like, only when you get a chance to make a choice, then all of a sudden it's like, now he's Mr. Dramatic, right? Yes, I agree to help. Vant continues, we know our statue lies in the Blackweed Swamp. Our clerics tell us this, but those who tried to find it have not returned. All we can see in the swamp's murky depths are twinkling lights that dance amid the trees, doubtless the lights carried by the thieving lizard men. You are our last hope. You must recover the statue of Tefnut. Surely a band such as yours will have little difficulty dealing with lizard men. Yeah, I'm sure that's all it is lizard men. I'm sure there's nothing else waiting for us. Once the statue is back, we will be redeemed in the eyes of our goddess, and Hala will be saved. We will reward you greatly with much Hala French toast. Honestly, if they were offering me Hala bread French toast, I would seriously consider it. Hala bread French toast is legit. We will give you 1/4 of the income from our fishing industry for the next year. Is that a lot? If you can bring the statue back to the temple. Vant gives you 2 healing potions. And a map detailing the Blackweed Swamp and the area where the fishermen and the trappers disappeared. He wishes you well and bids you return quickly with the statue. All right, what do we get? What do we get? We got a belt. Oh, of course. Take. Okay, let's see. So let's see what this does. Items. No, I want to see. Okay, so he's got a strength of 18, a con of 17. Already using belt. Did that do anything? 18, 11, 14, 16, 17, 17. 18, 11, 14, 16, 17, 17. That didn't do anything. What about that one? 18, 11, 14, 16, 17, 17. That didn't do anything either. So basically, we have no idea what these things do. Trade to Hillness. Trade to Arcana Spot. He already had a... Oh, wait a minute. Okay. 18, 15, 14, 17, 18, 13. 18, 15, 14, 17, 18, 13. 18, 15, 14, 17, 18, 13. Okay, so that doesn't do anything either. (15, 16, 18, 15, 14, 16). 15, 16, 18, 15, 14, 16. I think that's the same. Oh, because the loot tables. Okay. All right, well. Well, so much for that. Oh, whoa, yes, I do. I want to take at least some of this money. Items. 6 platinum. Oh. No, I know. I know that's one way to do it, but the belts I think are useless anyway, so. A woman, I want to save that for when we're actually out of the village. A woman named Seal takes you into the village. She's very enamored of your entire party and questions you endlessly on your exploits, hanging on your every word. She escorts you to the inn, the shops, the temple, and anywhere else you mention. Seal praises you as often as she questions you and seems to feel that the village has already been saved by your arrival. Wow. All right. Well, let's go to the marketplace. Let's see. View items. All right. We are going to sell this because we already have. Oh, no, actually, I want to keep his longbow. I take that back. But we are going to. I want to ID this stuff that I haven't already ID'd. Shield +5. Man. I know, right? Seal did, clearly. Okay. Two-ended sword +4. Helm +5. I love that these random villagers know what this stuff is. They're like, oh, yeah. Okay. I've been waiting to get to a place where I could actually ID all this stuff. Wand of Paralyzation. That's useful. Ooh, Effect Life. That is going to be useful for sure. Cloak of Protection +2. Yep. Elfin Chain +4. Okay, so we're going to sell that. All right, so we'll keep that. Keep that. ID, yes. Okay, sell, yes. Okay. And then view ID. Yeah, it sure was. You have the face of you whom we prefer a body such as yours, but with the face of a lioness. Yeah, I know. I've been trying to figure out what exactly, like, oh, a beautiful woman with the face of a lioness. I'm like, really? Is that, okay. I forgot whether I did anything with that shield. I have so much money, I don't actually care if I'm wasting some of it doing this. Okay, right. All right, now what we really do need, though, is we need arrows desperately. So, let's see. Well, not desperately, but we could use them. All right, the two big ones are these folks. So they have 85 arrows +2. All right, so I need to basically get 170 arrows of +2 for nonstop. And I need to get 140 arrows for Shadowed Mage +2. I want you to see that I'm keeping you in arrows right here. Wait, you don't have arrows +2? What the heck? You got some freaking... What is this nonsense? What? Oh, man. Oh, fine. I'll buy... I don't know. I guess I'll buy 100 arrows. +1. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. View items. Okay. And I'll buy 100 for Shadow Mage as well. Man. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay. Right. Okay. So let's see if we go to the inn, taken to the finer inn with one N of Hala, you're permitted to stay as long as you deem necessary to prepare for your journey. Okay. All right. In the temple, the priestess of Tefnut listens to you and offers spiritual counsel, but cannot provide healing while the statue of Tefnut is gone. Oh, I see. All right. I'm going to save this as J. Exit. All right. You leave the small, cozy buildings of Hala behind and enter into Blackweed Swamp. You travel west from the village of Hala, though the problems of the people have not yet been resolved. Oh, wait, what? No, Seal, no! Nope! No, don't tell me more about... Okay, I'm leaving. Wait, heroes, wait! I can aid you! You turn to see Seal rushing after you. The woman stops before you and speaks. You were interested in information, and I have learned some for you. Things that people were not so easy to tell strangers. Listen, no one saw the thieves. The theft occurred late at night while everyone slept. A young man was getting ready for fishing when he first saw the lights leading into the swamp. Lizardmen tracks were found outside the temple along the riverbank. Just around the riverbed. Never before had lizardman tracks been found here. We never knew there were lizardmen living around here. It is not surprising to us, since we have long slain the great lizards of the swamp for food and clothing, but we never saw evidence of them before. Also, a patch of moss was found inside the temple after the statue was stolen. The moss must have come from the swamp. I have brought it for you. Syl gives you a small bag containing moss. That done, she suddenly seems shocked by her actions. She blanches and runs back to Hala. Okay. We're going to save that as A. No. You move through the heavily wooded foothills north of Blackweed Swamp. Further north rise the unattainable mountainous heights. What rangers among your party? I'm glad you asked. No, Wisps of fog curl about the bases of willow trees, seemingly caressing the damp bark. The fog nearly covers the ground, evidence that the earth is warmer here than the air. Moss grows up the sides of trees. Ah, moss, haha, stretches outward on the bottom branches. Black birds perch high in the branches, squawking in high-pitched tones. The scene is eerie and dismal. Hilna stops you, holding out the bag which Seal gave you outside of Hala. The moss on these trees, it's the same as the moss found in the temple. Yeah, exactly, Tom. These shops never have armor nonstop. I've given up on that. That ship has sailed. Interesting imaginary exponent. You nod, but are somewhat distracted. The fog seems to be thickening to the north. It's getting harder to see, and the air seems palpably thicker. Something's wrong, you mutter, and then large objects begin to crash to the swamp around you. Boulders! You have no choice but to rush into the fog and try to find the creatures pelting you. Your friends are at your side as pale-skinned giants emerge from the fog. Giants? Whoa, okay. You are not positioned properly at all, as usual. Fog giant, huh? We're going to guard. Actually, wait. It's unfortunate. Can't go there. What can I do? We fought these. I do remember that. Yeah, they were like those, but not quite. Yeah. Wow, it's a big-ass sword. Okay, well, you know what I'm feeling, chat? I'm thinking a fireball might work really well right here. Kaboom! Okay. They always go the wrong side. Went the wrong way. It was the wrong way. Why are you attacking Effect Life? Can you not do that, please? All right, there's only one option here, and that is... Oops. What do you mean unaffected? That was a terrible... Hold person? Since when do you have a hold person on a fog giant? Okay, let's try that again, shall we? Okay, Shadowed Mage, not great. Not great. Let's make... Okay, that's better. Slow, that's fine. That's fine. Better than hold person. Okay. Can I hit this guy from here? Yes, I can. Interesting that you're guarding. Bold decision to guard. Okay. Ow. Wait, what? Oh my god. Oh, right, because they're slowed. I was like, why are they going so slowly? That's why. Hmm. Nice. Okay. Not bad, not bad. All right, what do we got? Treasure-wise. Items. Scale mail, huh? All the scale mail is magical, huh? All the scale is magical. Okay. All right. We may not use any of this. View items. Okay. Right. So I have an AC of -9 right now. AC of -4. That is much worse. Trade with Hillness. All right, he has -5 AC. -4 AC. It's not bad, but not quite as good. -4 AC. 1 AC, yeah. It's not as good. It's probably like scale mail +1. Yeah. Which, whatever, like, Effect Life can't use that. I think Nonstop might be able to use that. Okay, so he's got AC of -3. AC of -2, yeah. So this is not as good. All right. All right, so kind of a waste of tech magic, but whatever. I'm not going to go back and trade these. I have so much money that, like... Okay. Sure. Exit. Each of the giants carried a sack of his personal wealth. On the leader, you find a bejeweled ring. Do I actually find it? No. Find a battle axe. That's what I find. Okay. Pool. Take. Items. Battle axe. View. Okay. 1d8 + 8. Or... Oh, it's right. It's two-handed. All right. So let's trade that with Hillness. View items. Okay. So he's got 1d10 + 7. It's going to be hard to beat. 1d8 + 6. So it's 8 minimum, 17 maximum, or 7 minimum, 14 maximum. Yeah, this is nowhere close. View items. Drop. Yes. Exit. Exit. Share. Exit. Okay. And camp. All right, let's have, let's see. Let's have Echo Alpha. Let's have him do his Lay on Hands on Shadowed Mage. Okay. And then Arcana Spot. A Cure Serious Wounds on Shadowed Mage. Okay. And then a Cure Light Wounds on Effect Life. And another Cure Light Wounds on Effect Life. That's a lousy one. And then one of those on Healness. Another lousy one. And then one of these on Shadowed Mage. Okay, that was pretty good. Okay. Used all my heals, but you're going to save that under I for I know this works. Okay, right. Took care of that. Lovely. So now... Whoa. Fog blankets the ground, blah, blah, blah. Little lights filters down here as the canopy is so dense. The air feels heavy, oppressive, and the humidity is uncomfortable. As you move on, a booming voice cuts across the tableau.
Little men, what do you want in our swamp, little men? If you are not careful, you will die here. Many dangers hide in the swamp.
A large head pokes out from behind a thick cypress tree. It is a giant. Behind him, you see the forms of 4 more. The giant who spoke before listens to you as you speak. You believe his expression to be one of surprise. When you finish speaking, he and his companions stare at you in silence. You have time to look about. Aside from the trees and swamp grass, you notice a pile of large rocks, boulders piled nearby for easy access. Finally, the lead giant speaks.
Rarely do humans have the sheer nerve to speak to us. Most would be rushing headlong either away or into us.
You see the giants in the background nodding their heads. One chuckles, a deep rumbling sound. I know, right?
You say you are looking for lizard men, but you speak of them as if they are a wandering band. The lizard men live to the northeast in a village. They are fishers and trappers. We trade with them from time to time when hunting is poor. They prepare the great swamp catfish better than any creature in the realm. However, one lizard man wanders the swamp alone. He is a lizard king. He wears ornate clothes and commands magic. We have stayed away from him. He is formidable. There are other terrors in the swamp. Our evil cousins wander here. There are large lizards, very, very large lizards. There are large lizards, even larger lizards, mega large lizards, snakes of various sizes, and blinking lights, fairies that leave the tracks of lizard men. You talk with the giant leader a while longer. As you turn to leave, one of the giants in the background speaks for the first time. You may be interested to know that the lizard men have a new top for their totem, a shiny piece of gold and silver. It was added less than a month ago. Okay. So we have to go northeast? Is that what I understand? Northeast, I guess? No. The shrill cry of a crow cuts through the damp air, sending smaller birds flying and tiny lizards scampering into the water. Who's there? A hoarse voice shouts. Identify yourself, another one shouts. You do not see the speakers, but you can tell they're nearby. You stare intently into the swamp, and finally you see them, a pair of bedraggled huntsmen. So long as you're not lizard men, you're friends of ours. Are you heroes come to the village to reclaim the statue? You are, aren't you? We've been in the swamp nearly a week. In that time, we've spotted several lizard men hunting parties. We fought one such band over 24 strong, and the battle was fierce. In the end, we buried 2 of our own. We have buried our friends and now are heading home. Tefnut be with you if you continue on. Know this, though. The statue of Tefnut is indeed in the village. Simply march east from here. You cannot miss the village if you know to expect it. You question the adventurers, but they're too addled to provide much more information. Seeing their friends die at the hands of lizard men seems to have unsettled their minds. The village seems to be of 30, maybe 40 lizard men all told. Most of them are probably out hunting at any given time. With that, the 2 men trudge off towards Hala. Okay. Let's save this under C for continuing. Darn it, the map got wrong. Through the moss-draped trees, you see a village. It rests at a fork in a river. Thatched buildings and some buildings made of stone sit in the center of a clearing in the swamp. Farther out from the clearing, you see smaller thatched buildings along the bases of the trees. A few of the thatched buildings are built in the trees along the lowest branches. Milling about the buildings in the clearing are lizard men. You can see a few dozen. Some of them are small for lizard men, about 4 feet in height. Obviously children, they scamper about playing a game. In the middle of the clearing stands a totem. It is the trunk of a large tree, and it has lizard visages cut into it. Garish colors are painted on the faces. What catches your attention is what rests atop. It is an ornament of gold and silver. I back away from the village. Okay. Ugh, this is not... All right. I'm gonna restart this because the map is messed up and I'm not a fan of that situation. Play the game. Load save game. C. Begin adventuring. Okay. There we go. Village of Fen. All right, we're in the Village of Fen. Tefnut be with you. Tefnut be with you. Are you Tefnut? Do 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 do. Are you Tefnut? Are you Tefnut? Do do do. Ain't that Tefnut? Cautiously, you slip forward. Horns blare in the swamp, and a dozen lizardmen rise from apparently nowhere to raise spears to you. Hissing and scowling, they try to hold you at bay while other village defenders come running. Lizardmen do not seem to understand. They simply stand before you, glaring and hissing as reinforcements draw nearer from the clearing in the center of the village. After a minute, another dozen of the creatures arrives. One lizard man, dressed in a manner you take to be ceremonial, attempts to communicate with you. When you do not attack and the shaman is convinced you mean them no immediate harm, he motions for you to follow him. He and his entourage escort you into the village. There's an entourage. Echo Alpha X5 suddenly hits your arm to attract your attention. Ow! Your friend points to the statue in the center of the clearing. It is the gold and platinum statue of Tefnut, a lion-headed woman of incredible beauty. Okay. They do have it, your friend whispers. They continue following him. I want to hear what's going on. The shaman throws wide the doors, revealing a small gathering of tribal elders beyond. A number of soldiers accompany you inside, though most stay without. A large, imposing lizard man stands before you. By his ceremonial headdress and well-crafted steel sword, he must be the tribal leader. He speaks the tongue of humans with slight breaks and a distracting hissing accent. Welcome to Fen Village, travelers. What is it that brings so many men from their homes on the river? You answer honestly. The statue. Ha 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 ha. The statue is placed on our totem in the night. It is an omen of his good favor. How do you propose it came to us if it was not from a great Samunanya? The shaman and elders nod in agreement to this question. Some are scowling bitterly. The chief goes on, We have lived here for generations in the swamp, much longer than the men. Not once have we started a fight with a man. Why now does Sala send her children to kill us? You consider trying to explain to the lizard men, but it is all too possible that this is some ruse they have concocted. In humoring them, you could merely be feeding their ego over humanity. Or, though not probable, it is conceivable they're telling the truth. The lizard men grow impatient. The lizard man chief frowns at you, growing angry as you speak. Either you are boring them, the noble class of the tribe, and thereby insulting them, or they grow weary of the fools they have so obviously duped. Apologize. You turn to leave. One of the elders smirks and say, Should you find proof that our statue is not ours, feel free to entertain us again. So, I wonder if that means... I'm going to save that under H for huh. Yeah, Blanca, is that you? I wonder if that means that maybe the guy, the freaking badass lizard who's wandering the swamp may have something to do with it. God damn it. See what you believe is a stone building, or part of one anyway. The structure looks old and in disrepair. Vines cling to the cracked stone walls and crumbling columns. Okay. All right. As you come closer, you can tell the building is immense. It is probably centuries old, and it does not look inhabited. There's a bog near it, making it challenging to approach. I have some lizard men claiming that they didn't steal the village's statue. And I'm like...
Why would they want it? I mean, what would their motivation be?
Well, you know, they say that it was a gift from their god.
Oh, so they didn't steal it, they took back what was theirs?
Well, that, yeah, allegedly. Tough Nut and Rough Nut Thorstons from DreamWorks Dragons. Okay. Camp, save... D for dungeon? No. Exit. Making her way downtown. Okay. Through the bog, you reach the collapsing steps. Small lizards scurry down the steps and head toward what used to serve as the front door. Only bits of rotten wood hang from the frames. Entering the building, a chill races up and down your spine. It is cool in here, unnaturally so it seems. This main room is immense and empty. Not even remains of furniture can be seen. The walls glisten with moisture and display worn mosaics. The floor, too, seems to have patterns and designs on it and appears just as wet as the rest of the room. So here's the thing. What I have to do, actually, is I have to reload this. I have to load... Shoot. H for I think. Because I can't... If the map gets messed up like that... There we go. Temple ruins. That's what we're looking for. Otherwise, that map gets messed up and then it's not functional. Wish it were a little bit less janky than it is with this, but... Okay. Save for D for dungeon. No. Exit. We're going to save the map, though. Okay. Looks like that's taking me away from the temple. The wet Echo Alpha shouts out. The wetness on the floor seems to be some sort of acid eating through your shoes. You realize just how incorrect an assessment this is when one of the puddles rises up like a serpent. No, a battle against a serpent. It's a gray ooze? Not the gray ooze. Okay. He will never get there in time. Dead. All right. Save this under D for dungeon. Okay. A soft glow pervades this room. No doubt it is the luminous fungus and moss growing on the walls that are responsible for the light. Mosaics on the floor show masses of writhing snakes coiled about men and women. You notice that the men and women have green skin. Okay. In the center of the room on a broken altar are bones. You stand over the remains of the altar. Suddenly you feel tingling all over and warm. It is a pleasant sensation. Suddenly you hear, "Happy holidays, happy holidays. May the merry bells be ringing." It is a pleasant sensation. A voice inside your head speaks in friendly, relaxing tones. "Hist will care for you," the voice relates. "Hist cares for all those who walk the wet, humid lands. Revel in Hist's generosity. Fellow swamp dweller, do you know the ways of Hist?" Sure. The sensation ends, though you are left with a feeling of satisfaction and ease of rest. Can I rest? Oh. Whoops. There we go. Yes. Also, I want to mention as well. Yeah. So, yeah, that there. I liked. I want to listen to some of the other shows. I've listened to a couple of them. But definitely advise checking it out for sure. All right. I don't know what the value of that was, but a secret door. Doo, doo, doo. Room behind the secret door smells dank. It's the dankest of rooms. Obviously, no one has entered this area in a very long time. It is dark, and the black moss that clings to the walls and ceiling makes this place feel gloomy and oppressive. You must light a torch to see deeper into this room. When you do, the light of your torch illuminates a trap door in the floor of the far corner. Party gathers about the floor of the trap door. Do you want to open it? Yes. Opening the door reveals a rotted wooden ladder that descends into water. All right, Echo's going to climb down. His weight is too much for the old rotting wood. With a splash, your friend plummets 20 feet to the surface of the stagnant water. Echo Alpha X5 vanishes into the muck with a sickening plop. For 6 points of damage, with a gurgling cry, Echo Alpha splashes to the surface. Spitting, swiping at moss and small insects, your friend bobs about in a momentary panic. Quickly, you lower a rope to Echo Alpha, which is gratefully taken. Before returning, though, your friend calls up to you. There are rotting chests down here. One broke when I hit it, and I think they're full of copper and silver. Do you want to haul some of it up? You know it will be an arduous endeavor to raise any number of rotting chests to the surface without breaking them and scattering the coins in the water. Are they worth it? Yes. Because I need the experience. Wet and dripping, laden with impossible amounts of coinage, you turn to leave the hidden chamber. Okay. Absolutely. These retro games are, that's what I've been doing. I've been really enjoying it too. Oh, nice. We have a link. We have a link. Thank you so much for that link. Yay. There we go. Very nice. Awesome. Thank you so much. I look forward to listening to that later on. Whoa, my goodness. That is... Thank you. All right, let me get... There we go. And let me make sure that that actually works. Copy. Yeah, perfect. Awesome. I will check that link later on after my streams are done. Thank you, Corner. It is true. I am in a band, although it's been a while. It's been a little while. We released an album last year, and we have. It's been a busy time for everybody, but hopefully we're getting back on the in the saddle soon. Thank you so much, though. I'm very excited to check that out. Okay, well, save D no. 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 So you come close, you can tell the building is immense. It's probably centuries old, and it does not look inhabited. There's a bog nearing, making it challenging to approach. Yeah, we talked about that. No. Okay. So over that way, over that way, over that way. Okay. I am filling up my map area here. Because obviously something in here, I mean, I'm guessing. I actually don't know. I suppose it's possible that this is just a random place in the swamp. But my hope was that I was going to find something that would give me a clue as to how it actually belongs to the lizard men. Because I'm sure that's not going to go over well with the humans. Is that really all there is here? Seems like a lot of, stuff just for like, because it's got a chest of like gold and silver. Oh, very nice. Very, very cool. Save which game? What am I saving? D. No, exit. Crap. Hate it when it does that. Okay, we're not going to do that because not going to do that. I need to have those maps functional. Play the game, load save game, D, begin adventuring, D, search. There we go. Oh, a swamp encounter. I really like this. Foliage thickens, blotting out the light from the sky overhead, throwing the swamp into a murky gloom. Peering through the heavy underbrush, you see the soft yellow glow of 3 lights. Ah, will-o'-the-wisp. Difficult to tell how far away they are. They move along roughly at eye level, and they're bobbing slowly. After a few moments, you can tell they're moving away from you. So, here's the thing. I obviously know the drill with the will-o'-the-wisps, right? I get it. But I'm trying to track down whether what the lizard men said is true or not. And so I don't know how to do that without exploring the swamp. So I don't know whether to head towards that. Tom, when you did this, did you move towards the light or away from the light? Assuming you ran into this. Yeah, I would think so, except when the will-o'-the-wisp is there. Or as the Canadians call it, the feu follet. Feu follet, ball of fire. Attention, attention, feu follet. Doom, 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 bum, 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 ba, da, ba, ba, da, bum, bum. You follow lights into the swamp, moving carefully about deadfalls and judging bogs with the most care you can manage. You wander deeper in the swamp away from the path you chose. Still, the lights and whomever is carrying them, this is going to be an attack, but remain just ahead of you. After a while, you feel ready to give up on them, and something makes you keep going. You feel you need to know what lies ahead. Then, as exhaustion begins to creep into your limbs, Echo Alpha X5 steps away and readies for battle. Swamp creatures. Uh-oh. Oh my god, Hydra? Wow. Um. Hide. That is really cool. Yeah, I agree with that. Oh, jeez. Nice. Just enough. Pyrohydra? The hell is a pyrohydra? Nice. Did not get hit. That is how we do it. And then the lights are back, attempting to take advantage of your weakened condition. Ah ha ha! So, Will-o'-the-Wisps. Joke's on you. I am not, in fact. I'm not weakened. Yeah, they have AC -8. I've hit him a couple times, though. Got him. Oh, nice. The Will-o'-the-Wisp flees in panic? Really? I don't think I'm going to hit it. Yeah, not likely. I think he's probably going to get away. Oh, he finally hit him. Yeah, but -8 is still like, I mean, that's man. Search the area from which the Hydra's attack reveals the Will-o'-Wisp were indeed attempting to lure you to the lair of the terrible creatures. A great hoard of treasure lies in the swamp here, including not only the gold and jewels, but the remains of the adventurers who met their ends at the hands of the Hydras. Nice, and we have some people leveled up. Oh my goodness, okay. All right. View items. Okay. All right. Let's see. So we're going to trade that to Effect Life. View items. All right, so he's got an AC of -2. Wait, what did I just do? Didn't I trade? Didn't I say to trade? Trade. Effect Life. Maybe I just never did that. View items. -2 or 0. Yeah, that's not. That is not as good. Trade. Items. -3. Still -3. All right, I might just leave the cloak on, I guess. Oops. View items. Okay, he's got an AC -9. -5. Trade to Hillness. Trade to Hillness. Trade to Hillness. Trade to Hillness. And let's see. So 1d8 plus 8. Okay, that's 1d6 plus 7 or 1d6 plus 1. So it's like a +1 bow. Okay, that's not very impressive. So we are going to drop that. We are going to reactivate the shield and the longsword. Yeah, but I don't know that I want to go back to town. I want to stay in. I want to stay in the swamp until I figure out what's going on here. AC -5. Oh. Wow, really? That's also -5? Wow, that's got to be some really good scale mail. All right, well, let's ready this, and let's trade that to Arcanus Bot. View items. And let's trade the Staff Sling to Arcanus Bot, the Flail to Arcanus Bot, and the Hammer to Arcanus Bot. Exit, exit. Yeah, I'm going to do that in just a minute. Okay, so let's see. AC -4. AC 0. Okay, no, that's not nearly as good. Okay. So Staff Sling plus 4 is 2d4 plus 4. (2d4 plus 4). They're both Staff Slings plus 4. All right, this is 1d6 plus 6 is the Flail. 1d6 plus 6, that's also a Flail plus 5. (1d4 plus 1). Okay, I don't think that's a big deal, so we're going to drop that. All right, we're going to trade. We're going to trade the Scale Mill back to Echo. We need to sell this, and the Staff Sling, and the Flail. Exit. And then we need to share the money. Okay. And look at all that. We have Dispel Evil. We have Flame Strike, Raise Dead, Slay Living.
As you move away from the lair, you find yourself following the tracks of what appear to be a lizard man and a basilisk. Okay, so now I need to, before I forget, memorize. Okay, we definitely need a cure light wounds, cure light wounds, cure light wounds, cure light wounds, cure light wounds. Second level, we definitely want a... Snake charm could be useful here, actually. Let's go with a hold person. We already got third level. Fourth level, we want cure serious, cure serious, cure serious. And for fifth level, cure critical. Oh, we have raise dead. Oh, man. Yeah, the gold box thing has a level up function, which I just decided it makes it's useful to use. You know, I don't know. I don't think, I mean, to the extent that it is cheating, I don't really know that it is, but to the extent that it is, I don't care. It's a quality of life thing that I think is useful. Okay, we're going to save this under G for good going. Good God. Okay. I mean, I guess I'll go back to the village. You stop, seeing a familiar face emerge from the shadows of the swamp. Seal! You step forward and your friend rushes towards you. What are you doing here, you ask? Seal shakes her head. I do not know. I remember very little of the past few days. After you last left the village, everything is hazy, confused. Seal looks about and rubs her arms more out of fear than cold. Oh, I wonder if something happened at the village. There you go. Have you learned anything? Have you found the statue? Hesitantly, you offer a conservative answer. There's obviously something wrong here, but is the problem with what has happened to Seal or with the woman herself? As you answer, Seal begins to grow very angry. Whoa. A deep rumbling growl comes from within her throat. And then she is gone, replaced by a lizard woman. And then she is something altogether different. A Rakshasa? Really? Well, well, well. God damn it. Ow. Okay, let's see. Ow. Stop hitting me. Okay. Hmm. No, I'm not casting Fireball on him. I'm going to cast it here. What? Didn't hit him?
Um. Okay. So. Right in the face. Missed. Nice. 2,000 experience. Effect life's almost ready to level. The swamp is silenced once more. The bodies of the Rakshasas dissolve into the muck. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm going to save this under F for paying respects. No. Okay. Can you lay on hands, please, onto effect life? Very clutch right there. That was good. Okay. F. No. Exit. Okay, you went to the village of Hala. Seal, the real Seal, meets you at the edge of the village. She's very anxious to hear how things went in the swamp. I mean, there's all kinds of things that happen in the swamp. First of all, view items. ID. Scale mail +3. Okay, we're going to sell that. We're going to sell that. Well, we do have the best viewers on Earth, but not with bots. And we're going to sell that. Items. Oh, shoot. Oh, he doesn't need, whatever. He doesn't need, yeah, he doesn't need that. For a minute, I was like, wait, why? And then I remembered. I guess if he wants to get his shield, that's why, but whatever. Okay, okay. Cloak of Protection +3. Interesting. So if it's a Cloak of Protection +3... Oh, he has a Cloak of Protection +5. That's why. Okay, well... Can't get any better than that, apparently. So, trade, select, view items. Oh my goodness. That's what I thought. Hillness is now got an AC of -8. Let's go. Yeah, but I have one. I already had a staff sling +4. So I already had that. Okay. Right. And then... Nice. That is exceedingly good, yes. -9 AC, -8 AC is very, very good, Darth Susu, in this edition. Okay, we're going to go to the inn. We'll do fix, then we're going to rest. Look at effect life is almost ready to level up. But I'm kind of stuck, though, because if... I mean, so there were the Rakshasa, but I don't know whether that means... I don't know whether there's other spots in the swamp. I don't want to just wander around for random encounters. So I don't know if that's save as A. No. Exit. Select. Whoops. Select. Oh, because it doesn't matter? No. So Tom, Tom, do you know the tracks of a jaguar? These are the tracks of a man the size of one of these centurion trees. They blend into one another from one step to the next, as if the jaguar became the giant. The leafy canopy is so thick here, blah, blah, blah. Scene is at once beautiful and frightening, and the air is still. Tom, do you know, did you just wander around the swamp until you found, like, the lizard man king guy? Or is that not what I'm supposed to do? Not even the sounds of birds or insects are present to keep you company. As you survey the scene, movement catches your eye. You had to look twice to be sure what you saw. A tree is moving. No, several trees. They seem to be closing in on you. All I want to... I don't necessarily want a complete spoiler. I guess all I want to know is whether or not I'm on the right track. Water oak. There must be one stuck that I couldn't see, yeah. Should have gone further north. It's basically an overland dungeon. I see. They look just like stuff on the map, so it's like... So then basically, as time goes on, is what you're saying, time goes on, more of this will be... Like, I'll find more of what I need. These aren't just random encounters, basically. Let's see. This time I targeted it right. Both made their saves. Let's do that. Wait. Except one what? Say... So wait, I keep exploring, but not in one area? I'm not trying to be obtuse, but the order doesn't seem to be important. Yeah. I feel the same way, Emily. It is kind of like, it's really charming, really, I think is the way to describe it. Dead. Dead. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I love that Hydra icon. There's one encounter that you can trigger more than once. But I mean, if going around and getting these encounters is basically I'm on the right track in doing that, right? That's my question. It sounds like like I'm on the right track in doing that. And I just want to make sure that that's more or less accurate. Okay. Trees keep coming. As you swipe at the darting spear-like branches, you see that new foes have come into the fray. They seem to be moss, but they have humanoid form, and their fists are like steel clubs. Okay. Oh boy. Algoid. We have a lot of these creatures. A lot of creatures. Still feel like this is going to work best against wood. Okay. And yeah, I did note that it was a pretty big freaking fight. I did notice that for sure. Okay. I think that's right. Nice. Why didn't it hit the algoids, though? Should have hit the algoids, I thought. Unless they're immune to it. Which I suppose is possible. Let's see. Nice. Hey, thank you, Effect Life. I killed like 100 lizardmen at once. That did happen once. Oh, I didn't know that algoids are immune to fireball. Thank you so much, Effect Life. You should notice, Effect Life, that you've been fireballing things to a fairly well here. We are getting the job done to the extent we can. Nice. That's what I was hoping would happen. Oops. Very nice. Oh shoot! I forgot that he was there. It's my fault.
A lot of spells being used, but I think it was the right one to do. Yeah, you have definitely been doing the business here. And you've got like a negative I think you've got a -4 AC now, maybe something like that. Oh, that's why. Dead. And dead. Yeah, these algoids are tough. But not tough enough. Okay. Okay. That's right, you're going to flee in panic. Let's see. Well, it's basically the best I can do, I suppose. I don't think I'm going to hit them with my sling +1, but... Wow. Okay. There we go. Hit you on the roots. Hey, what's up, Leonardo? Yes, we finally got your AC going. It took a little while. It took a little while, but you have -2, actually, is what you have. But we have finally, and we've got you a Wand of Paralyzation, although it hasn't worked so far on anyone we've used it against. Oh, he hit. Ow. Nice. There we go. Got them all. 700 experience. You're also about to level 10, I believe. And I am indeed the author of Gray Shade, Leonardo. I am indeed that author. Swamp falls utterly silent once more. You've come to the right place if you were looking for that person, because that person is me. Okay, let's see. We're going to cast Cure Light Wounds. We're going to cast it on Hillness. And then we're going to cast a Cure Serious on Nonstop. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Alrighty. So we're going to save that under F for... F if I know where we're going. Looking about the bases of the trees, you discover a huge cypress tree with a hollowed-out trunk. Inside the wet trunk are the possessions of the adventurers who fell prey to the vengeful nature spirits. You just started last week and you're loving it so far. Oh, nice, Leonardo. I'm so glad to hear that, and I'm glad that you're enjoying it. May I ask where you tracked it down, like how you found out about it? Because we actually have a big promotion that's going to be coming up over the weekend. My publisher has put forward this big promotion that's going to be sending it out to a lot of people. So, or sending out information about it, I should say, to a lot of people. So I'm curious about that. You Googled other books by you and found out you already follow me. Nice. Well, you came to the right place. That's there are 3 books in the series. That trilogy is now complete. Book 2, Renegade, came out last year, and then Heretic came out this year, about 2.5 months ago. And but I am very pleased with it. There's a tabletop role-playing game coming out with it as well. We also have a Grey Shade audiobook. We have more audiobooks we're looking to do, so that's the stuff. Amazon suggested it to you. Ooh, I like to hear that. That makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. I am glad to hear that. Thank you for letting me know. That is actually really cool to know. You also find a book. Although most of the pages have been ruined because of the water, a few are still partially legible. You read, Hosky, Style, and myself have been wandering in this godforsaken swamp for 3 days now. We've caught a few glimpses of lizard men, hunting parties, I believe. When we tried to track them, we only got lost. I know between the 3 of us we could take on a dozen lizard men. We just had to be able to catch up with them. They move so quickly through the swamp. The 4th night out, we saw a pair of ghostly lights flickering between a pair of cypress trees, lanterns maybe. They were too uneven to be the eyes of something. Good thing for us. Would have followed them, but Hosky is hurt. We're tired and low on food. Drums in the deep. We cannot get out. In the distance, probably about a mile. That really is so cool. I'm glad that you told me that, Leonardo, because that's, trying to get feedback from people on where they gather information about this stuff and what gets recommended via algorithms and stuff is really useful for us. So thank you for letting me know. We could see a stream of smoke rising through the trees. Must be a campfire or a cooking fire, maybe the home of the lizard men. We're going to investigate. Hopefully the smoke will lead us to the lizard men. If not, we'll have to turn back and get more supplies. We're sopping wet and about a quarter mile from what looks like a village. Thatched houses, movement. Style says he sees lizard men tracks. Well, this must be it. Tefnut be praised. The village elders will be so happy. And thus ends the diary of an unnamed adventurer from the village of Hala. Light crossbow. Huh. They're all magical, huh? Pool. Take. Items. Take. Share. Take. Exit. No. Camp. Save. We're going to save that under G for good going. No. Exit. All right, I'm going to go back to the village and get that stuff ID'd. Okay, we're going to go to the marketplace. View items. ID, yes. Hammer +1, ID, yes. Blah, blah, bleh. Yes. Tefnut be praised. Oops. Yes. Share. No. Okay, we go to the inn. Okay, fix. Rest. Get my spells back and then go back into the swamp. So I guess what I'm gathering from what you're suggesting, Tom, is that I just need to basically go into the swamp until I find the person, the lizard man, who can basically give me the info. Because the way I'm seeing it at the moment is that the lizard men are telling the truth, but it kind of doesn't matter, right? Like that they're telling the truth, because ultimately it kind of doesn't matter because ultimately, I don't know about this. You stop in mid-step as over a half-dozen heads larger than horses roar deafeningly. You stare into the swamp as a dreadful beast emerges from the darkness. Okay. Can't go there. Great.
Because I have to. I'm thinking they're telling the truth, which means that I need to find. Where the heck are? Where is that guy? I need to find the guy who brought the totem to the lizard people, so they can learn that it's not theirs. I think basically. There it is. Can I shoot through the trees? No. Oh, man. Oh. Certainly can't shoot through the trees with a freaking short sword. I can do one magic missile. The lizardmen will laugh at you. Do I just need to go back there and kill them? Is that the deal? Is that what we're hearing here? Can I not hit them? Oh, am I blocked off? Oh, darn it. Yes, abort spell. Guard. We need a Tefnut command. Tefnut? I just can't get over it. Like, best name, man. Tefnut for life. Goodbye, Hydra. Goodbye, Hydra. What range is among your party? It's right here. It's nonstop. Darn it. Nonstop looks about in confusion. This Hydra's lair has been here for many years, but look about. There's absolutely nothing of value. Either it slew nothing but the impoverished, or some creature looted it without leaving a sign of its passing. Save as C for continuing. No, exit. Yeah, I mean, if there's a Tefnut command, returning without proof of conspiracy would surely bring a battle. I wonder if this place right here has something and I just missed it. I don't, because I felt when I first came in here that it felt like Much Ado About Nothing. Like, what was the point of having this place here in the first place? But I explored, I thought, everywhere in this building. This place is a waste of time. Okay. It's just random encounter then. Oh, shoot. Okay. Bless. Yeah, that's true, isn't it? Tefnut be with you. Oh my God, Tefnut. Tefnut. Can I go south? There's no way to go in that direction. Okay.
You stop, staring into the swamp. There, with a single attendant at his side, it's this guy. It's a finely dressed lizard man. Both he and his aide glare at you balefully as they step forward.
All was working so wonderfully well, it hisses. They would have slain each other outright, and I will still see that both villages die once you are dead.
The two lizard men step forward, obviously preparing to attack. And as they do, they begin to change. The facade drops and you see your true nemesis. So it is Rakshasa. Oh, look, it's a badass Rakshasa, too. Rakshasa Raja, huh? Woo! All right. These guys... You know, I'm not going to use the bow here. So, Rakshasa were behind it the whole time. I'm actually glad they're here because I'd rather that they be here than shooting missiles at me from a distance. From a distance. This probably isn't going to work, but... Yeah. See ya, Rakshasa. Probably nothing, right? Yep. Ooh, lightning bolt. Pretty weak, though. That's cool. That I actually think that's really neat. That Rakshasa. I don't think there's enough done with Rakshasas. Yeah. I'm just going to have you hang out. You think they're overused? I don't know. I haven't had that experience as much, but yeah, Rakshasa. Let's go. Oh, Eyes of Charming and a shield. Let's see. View. Items. Okay, so -9 right now. Still -9. Is that another shield +5? Wow. Okay. Trade to Hillness. Trade to Effect Life. Trade to Effect Life. Their motivations are mostly silly. I guess. All right, he's not going to get as much use out of that. Trade to Arcana Spot. View items. Instead of a shield +1, which gives you -4. -8, baby. Oh, man. I remember, chat, when we were like, never going to find any armor ever. And now, finally, we have found the benefit. Okay, -2 AC. Here you go, Effect Life. Let's see. It's going to be hard to be better than that. 1. Okay. I assume that Eyes of Charming, that's what you're, yeah. Okay, so save it under E for excellent. Oh, and also level up. Mage level 5 per day. Yes, so I already got, I think I got Charm Monsters, I believe. I have not yet got Cloud Kill. So we're going to do that. Sixth level. Not quite there. Not quite there. Save under amount. Oh, what was I saying? E for excellent. No. I imagine a certain number of times per day. I don't know whether it has charges or not, but. Okay, so now we're going to. Yes, I have information. You meet the Lizardman sentries and convince them to grant you another audience with their chieftain. For a second time, the shaman greets you, though this time more apprehensively. You are led to the chief's abode. I got the information. You've been done wrong. It was the Rakshasa who did it. Just one more thing. Not always able to chat here, so I'm basically a lurker, and I'm from Brazil. Sometimes different time zones get in the way. Most important thing is I'm pretty much reciting the first rite of devotion as a mantra over and over. It's so freaking cool. Can't thank you enough for the book. I know I just started it, but it's the best reading of the year so far. Well, let me tell you, Leonardo, first of all, thank you for joining us always whenever you're able to make it. Totally understand. Secondly, that is just, as Emily will tell you, that is just manna from heaven for an author to hear praise like that. So I'm so glad that you're enjoying it, and I'm glad that you like it. And all I can say is if you like it, there's more where that came from in the book. You know, there's a lot more stuff to go with that. And if you keep reading it, this is no obligation, but as my good friend Prince Justin always says, if you enjoy what you see, if you enjoy what you've read, please consider leaving a review on Amazon for it, because it really does help us out. There's never any pressure or requirement, but since people sometimes ask, like, this is so awesome, what can I do to thank you? Besides having bought the book and telling me, which is the most important thing, that you are enjoying it, which is the best part, the second thing is also to leave a review. If you like it and enjoyed it, consider doing that. But the most important thing is I'm so grateful you told me. So thank you. That's very awesome to hear. I love it. So thank you. Yeah, and the reviews do not need to be fancy. They can just be like, this book is awesome, or whatever. Like, I loved the Rite of Devotion, you know, like whatever it is. And thank you so much. I have several Brazilian viewers, and actually the guy who was the artist for my graphic novel Icarus, that was also done through Athos Arts, was from Brazil. So big fan. And I'm glad, I really do appreciate that you're saying that, because it does mean a lot to me. So thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Again, more where that came from, like I say. The Lizardman chief and the village elders listen to your explanation, frowning unhappily. More than one elder begins fingering the pommel of his sword. You continue on with your explanation, knowing you will not be given another opportunity if this doesn't work. Finally, you finish. You have explained everything you saw in as clear detail as you could muster. The hydras, the illusions, the rakshasas. The elders frown, all but one who laughs openly and bitterly. The elder watches you with stoicism. I have long wondered about this strange lizard men wandering the swamps. All creatures avoided them, and the swamp itself seemed to dislike them. Portents were bad concerning them in all their number. The shaman looks about, feeling the weight of unappreciative eyes upon him. He seems to shrug off their stares with a fluid, almost jarring motion. Fluid and jarring? Then continues. I have magic beads. If you adventurers are telling the truth, Smnoya will verify your words, but I will not use the magic beads without payment. 10 pieces of your most valuable jewelry, and nothing less. Okay. I mean...
Satisfied, he leans back and fishes a pearl from his pouch. Opening his mouth, distending his jaw, he slowly swallows the gemstone. Momentarily, his eyes roll back in his head, and then he begins to speak. The evil spiritless herdmen worked against both their kin and the men of the Leal. They are dead, banished from this world at the hands of the men before us. The swamp is a better place for this. For a moment, the chief's home is utterly silent. The shaman sits up, apparently stunned by the experience, or perhaps just the outcome. The heavens never lie, grumbles the chief. You are indeed heroes, and you have seen through a powerful illusion. We shall give to you the statue of the men of the Leal to take back to them. The lizard man greater shaman takes you out of the elders' conclave, leaving them to hiss amongst themselves. Still dazed, the shaman gives you the icon in silence and escorts you away without a word. This is a very cool little mini adventure. Can I just say, I'm not saying it's like incredibly complex, but this is pretty neat. We got a chance to actually bring two villages together. It was the Rakshasas who planned it the whole time. I really dug this one. This is very cool. Plus, we got Tefnut be with you out of that too. Very neat. Tom. Oh, god damn it. Okay, it may not matter. Vant approaches you, remaining grim-faced and reverent as you present him with the statue of Tefnut. All about you, though, the people of Hala cheer. As you entered Hala, the people cried tears of sadness. Now they cry again, but only tears of joy and hope for a brighter future. They thank the heavens above and you who saved their village. And you cannot help but remember the true evil from which you saved them. Seal is leaping with joy as she takes you by the hand through the village. She understands that you'll be leaving soon now, and she wants to hear every detail of your adventures near her home. She is with you until you sleep. Oh, really? And then appears moments after you begin breakfasting in the morning. Okay, best rooms. Tefnut be with you. Yeah, good call, and thank you for letting us know about it. Thank you for letting us know about it, Tom. All that remains is the question of where you will head next. Awesome. Okay, well, congratulations. You have returned the statue of Tefnut to the village of Hala. Bonus experience will be awarded based on how successful you were during this adventure. You successfully found a peaceful resolution concerning the tribe of lizardmen. This was a very tricky situation requiring patience and perseverance. You did manage to return the statue to the village of Hala. The villagers will now rest under the assurance that they have the blessing of their deity. Likely most difficult of all your trials, though, you managed to locate and identify the true evil of the swamp, a Rakshasa noble. It was his foul plot to trick the men and lizardmen into murdering one another. You may now journey on to other adventures. Save current game as E for excellent. And see the other sites the realm has to offer. No. Exit. Okay, so okay, keep on the Borderlands. Okay. And a shield +5. Notice the XP bars grow. I love that. And we got the shield +5. Yeah, no, that was really, I really enjoyed that a lot. That was awesome. That was great. Okay, now, Emily, if you wouldn't mind, we have to stop here in just a minute, but if you would not mind, also, and I did see you before, by the way, MST, I wanted to say hello, if I didn't already. What were the ones that we had available? Because we didn't actually, like, what do we have? Let's see. Turn and camp. So now we have Echo is halfway through level 8. Hillness is just started, is level 9. Arcana Spot is level 9. Effect Life is level 10. Nonstop is level 9. Level 11. So we really need to be doing...
So Despoiled is 7 to 9. We're really over leveled for that. Wraither's Prize is 7 to 9. We're really over leveled for that. Slavers and Lost Caverns of Sosankth. So the question is, it's a 2E, second edition. So the question, chat, I think is, we're not going to do this now, but we're going to set ourselves up. This is what we'll do next. Do we? I don't know how long Despoiled is, but so the question is, do we do Slave Lords or do we do Lost Caverns? Like, if we do Slave Lords, that's probably going to level us past Caverns of Sosankth, and we can do Slave Lords with a second run through. Remember, so, yeah, sure, yeah, right. So I'm thinking, how do people feel about doing Lost Caverns of Sosankth next? Because that'll probably get us to level 10 or maybe 11. It might bring us to 11, and at that point, we would leave and be looking for like level 11s from that point forward. And that might be another area of the realm entirely, I think. So how are we feeling about Lost Caverns? Yeah, it's second edition. Lost Caverns, yeah. How people feeling about that? Yeah, I figured that's what that meant. E for excellent. Okay. Well, they go all the way. Yeah, but they kind of mix this together. They go up all the way to like level 18 to 20. So, okay, we're going to remove. This is what, level 18? So we're going to remove Echo Alpha. Going to remove Hillness. Going to remove Arcana Spot. Is everyone cool on Lost Caverns? Is everyone cool on doing Lost Caverns as the next one that we're going to do, which will be probably Thursday? Yeah, well, the thing is, I think we're slightly over leveled. I don't want to over level Caverns because I think we'll have the opportunity, is what I'm saying, to like. I think we're going to get our chance. Only if it will be remade. We will remake the Caverns. Okay. Tom, do you happen to know what which one Lost Caverns is? I can actually check it out as well. Lost Caverns. Okay. S4 and WG4 looks like is what it is, but we'll double check. Okay. God, they have Tomb of Horrors. Okay. Right. That's game 25. Okay, we'll do. I will check that in a moment, Echo. Okay, so let's go up there. Open that in a new window. We're going to go to 25. We're going to make sure that that's copied over. Save. On the board game. Okay, so we do that there. Then we're going to do this. Copy. Paste. Okay, great. So that's that. So that means now, if I got that right, yep, there they are. Add, 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 add. All right, and begin adventuring. We're just going to start this so I can save it here. All right, nearly a century ago, the Archmage, Igwulf, sent her evil minions to conquer the lands around her abode. So successful was she that the marches of Perrinland were subjugated for a decade.
Great was the loot brought to Igwiliv's lair in answer to her insatiable, or as it's spelled here, insatiable demands for treasure. Ah, okay. Legend states that the Archmage gained much. I mean, I did that as well, but I couldn't finish it. Oh, the old TSR board game. The Archmage gained much of her prowess from discovering the lost caverns of Sosanth, wherein was hidden magic of unsurpassed might. It is certain that Igwilv ruled her domain from there. There she also conducted her arcane experiments and rituals trying to further increase her powers. These experiments were her downfall, for during one she accidentally freed the demon Grast, whom she had imprisoned and forced into servitude. There was a terrible battle, but although the demon was forced to flee to the abyss, Igwilv was so stricken from the contest that her powers and strength were forever lost. With the wane of her evil, Igwilv's realm was sundered. Her former henchmen and slaves stole her treasure and scattered to the four winds in the face of enemy armies. The Archmage, however, used the last of her power to prepare a hiding place in the caverns for her remaining wealth. Legends say that this included several tomes of great power. What else might be hidden no one knows, for no one has yet discovered Igwilv's hoard. That Igwilv is long dead and gone cannot be doubted. Until recently, though, the stories of her secret cache of treasure in the lost caverns of Sosanth were regarded as another grandfather's tale to amuse younglings. Cartloads of tapestries and rugs, statues, and rare art objects have been recovered over the years, as well as chests of precious metals, sacks of coin, and coffers filled with gems and jewelry. It was believed that all their treasure had been looted and that no magic or wealth remained. However, recent investigations have indicated that more magic did exist and that Igwilv possessed it. Igwilv's lair was definitely located somewhere between the gorge of the Velverdeva River and the hills east of the town of Crustable. The realms of Ayuz, Perrinland, and Ket have sent expeditions into the Yatil Mountains seeking the exact location of the taverns. The few that have survived have all failed. Welcome to the realm. Game 25. The definitive UA conversion of Dungeon Module S4, The Lost Caverns of Sosanth. Let's see. And Dungeon Module WG4, The Forgotten Temple of Tharidzun. Your party has been gathered by agents of the Margrave of the March Abyssal. He tells you that there are political considerations, which he does not explain, that prevent him from searching for Igwilv's trove. However, it is vital that the treasure not fall into the hands of his enemies. Your party's goal is to get the treasure before Bissel's enemies do. The Margrave has provided you with horses and a map showing the most probable location of the lost caverns. The Margrave also gave you an escort from Thornwood to a narrow trail leading into the Yatil Mountains. These mountains were the very heart of Igwilv's old domain. He tells you that any treasure or magical items taken are your reward for undertaking this perilous quest. However, you are warned under threat of dire punishment not to allow any magical items to fall into evil hands. You've examined the map and come to the surety that you are in the general area of the Lost Caverns. You have no additional information to get you beyond this point. Only a scrap of parchment with a bit of doggerel on it might be a clue, or it might be of no use whatsoever save to mislead you. The horn of Igwilv pierces the heart. Look over your shoulder before you start. How many sorrow, foolish men, because they didn't turn back then. After a journey of a Sen night, your band has reached the foothills of the Yatils without incident. Before you is the winding path leading into the grim mountains. Behind is the escort of horsemen riding for home. Fortunately, you have sure-footed, mountain-bred horses given to you to assure a swift passage to your destination. Vellum map secured safely for the return trip home. There's naught else to do but proceed with the quest to find the lost caverns of Sosanth. You look about trying to keep a mental image of the trail at the end of your map. You'll need to return to this place if you ever hope to go back to the realm to reap the benefits of success. Alright, first of all, let's get the order of this right. We're going to put Echo right up front. We're going to put Hilness with his negative AC right behind Echo. We're going to put Arcana Spot in third. Actually, maybe I'll put Arcana Spot back here. And then we put Shadow Mage, Nonstop, and Effect Life. Great. Okay. Now we're going to save this under Game A. No, I do not want to exit. But I do want to find it. I've been around this game and I. Yay! We got it. It works. I'm going to go forward one space. Okay, let's save the map. Oh, God. What'd I do? What'd I do? Okay. Woo. No. Save. A. No, I'm going to save it under two things. J. No. And then save. A. Yes. All right. Good stuff, everybody. That was fun. We got through it, and now we are on to Lost Caverns of Sojsanth. And then after that, we're going to have to see. We're going to have to look for levels 10 to 12. There's a lot of like 15 to 20 and stuff like that. There are some that are like 11 to 15, a couple of them, I think. But we will definitely have to look elsewhere. That was a good time. I really enjoyed that a lot. And yeah, we are making great progress in this. And the fact that there are all these other ones that another party could theoretically go through. Well, but doing the longer one would have been difficult, Echo, because then doing the longer one would have meant, because we'll still be able to do Slave Lords. Problem is if I, with another party. But if I did that one, I wouldn't have gotten it finished today. So, and I was able to get these other shields too. So it's good. It is lovely stuff. And as always, Tefnut be with you. If you enjoyed this today, I hope you will consider following the channel. I hope you will check out our YouTube. Thank you for those of you who are watching me over on YouTube. I appreciate that. Please subscribe to me over there. We've gotten more subscribers. We're at a new record. We are now 1,071 at last check. So please continue to support us over there. That's appreciated. And sub to us here on Twitch. Discord is, yes, I will check that for sure. I will check that for sure, Echo. Exclamation point ARVcord. Oh, actually... While I'm at it, let's see. Wow, there's some gorgeous pictures there. I like all of that, but the best one is the first picture there, Echo. That's an amazing picture. Wow. I love that with the sun peeking through the trees. That's super cool. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you. That's really, I really love that. I like autumn woods quite a bit. Well, thank you, Leonardo. And again, thank you for coming and telling me that you're enjoying the book. And please, keep me posted. I hope you continue to enjoy it, but that means a lot to me. So thank you. And spread the word. Let people know. If you like what you saw and heard here, remember that I will be over on GOG.com in about 25 minutes. I'll be playing Songs of Conquest over there. And I will be back here tonight, at 9 p.m. Eastern with the Our Vocalist playing a game called Growing Up, which is a very different kind of game than this one. But yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. And then Thursday night, I'll be back with more of this game, and Saturday, more of this game as well. So you've got some more Forgotten Realms Unlimited Adventures, The Realm in your future. If you like what you saw and heard, follow, support the YouTube, as I said. Discord is !ARVcord. Twitter, !ARVtweets. Next Realm stream is going to be Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. Because I'm always coming home from work, though, that sometimes starts a little later, TomTom. Sometimes between 9 to 9:15, sometimes 9:30 p.m. Eastern. But it's supposed to start, hopefully, around 9 to 9:15 p.m. Eastern on Thursday. That is the next stream for Forgotten Realms. Where was I? I was talking about it in Discord. Oh, yes. Twitter, !ARVtweets. Blue Sky, !ARVsky. Website for all this. What's up, Yudo? Oh, man, you're coming in just as I'm heading out, I'm afraid. But it's good to see you, man. I've actually lurked a couple times in your streams over the last couple weeks, so hope all is well. You folks should be following YouTube Tenchi if you haven't already. Long-time viewer and stuff like that. Yeah, man, I stream, on these days between 12 and 3:30, but I'm going to be over on GOG.com's Twitch channel in about 25 minutes playing Songs of Conquest. So I am still going to be streaming, just not on this channel until tonight. And tonight I'll be playing Growing Up with Our Vocalist, which is kind of a visual novel type thing. So definitely worth doing that. Twitter and Blue Sky. Right. Website, arvinelrun.com. Don't forget to check out Hearthglow, my actual play podcast, which we record at the historic Klein Memorial Auditorium in Bridgeport, Connecticut with C.S.E. Cooney and Carlos Hernandez and Adam Petrosino and Zach Clay. That's been having a lot of fun doing that. We've got that going on. We also have got, of course, our Gen GM show, Zach Clay and myself, so you can check out videos there. And a lot of that is accessible through my website. On the financial side, !ARV shop is my merchandise area. !ARV Treon, that can get you cool stuff for yourself, including critiques of your writing, including epic character backgrounds written for you, epic poems written, a whole bunch of those things when you support the Patreon. So please do that. It definitely helps us out and moves us towards various channel goals. Also, subbing to the channel, as several of you did today, is really helpful. You get those custom sub badges to use here, there, and everywhere across Twitch, plus various emotes, and things like that, which is always a good thing, and inspirations to help our tabletop players, which you get from the Patreon as well. Let me see. Also, exclamation point Icarus, my graphic novel from Athos Arts. Exclamation point Library, that's my Tales and Tomes, The Forbidden Library. That's my 5e adventure and sourcebook from Alligator Alley Entertainment. And exclamation point Greyshade, which we were talking a lot about today with Leonardo and others. Big thing coming up, promotion coming up with that in the next few days. So if you are interested in checking out the Grey Assassin trilogy, please do. You can find it at that link from Athos Arts. Greyshade, Renegade, and Heretic are the 3 books of the Grey Assassin trilogy. You can get those now. You can also get the audiobook of Greyshade from our very own Trent Sparks, and you can pre-order the tabletop role-playing game of Greyshade from our very own Brandon O'Brien, and being published by Alligator Alley Entertainment. That'll be out late this year, early next year, so definitely make sure you jump on board to pre-order that. That would be really, really awesome. And then let's see, blah, 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 blah. Greyshade, no, yes. Exclamation point, as always, BLM, Black Lives Matter, important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. Exclamation point, help now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Important to reach out to others when you need help and reach out to others when they need help as well. And exclamation point, Ukraine, UKRAINE, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war with bravery and courage. And we send the message that we will support others in that situation in the future. I want to thank all of my wonderful viewers today for the excellent turnout. Thank you to my wonderful mods, first of all. Emily, as always, make sure that you get and pre-order. Congratulations to Emily on her book release today. Stormtree, make sure you go get that. Make sure you do all the pre-order things as well at the pre-order link there. Thank you to Emily. Thank you to Yudo DeCenci for being the best mods in the business. Thank you as well to my Patreon supporters and subscribers. Thank you to Emily and Yudo and Echo Alpha and Effect Life and Nonstop and Craigery, Imaginary Exponent. Thank you to MST, and thank you to The Corner of Story. And again, as a reminder, I did a podcast. That's not it. I did a podcast last night, which is The Corner of Game and Story. And you can find that link right there, I believe. You can head over there if you were interested and leave a comment and let people know. It was a very interesting conversation, and it's a cool show, so definitely you should support that. Thank you again for the sub and for that convo again last night, Corner Story, and of course Tom. Thank you so much also for the help there too. Thank you to Artisan Carafes, what's going on. Thank you to Betrayer. Thank you to Darth Sisu, Dragon Spear, and Hillness, who are lurking in the background there. Thank you to Iendric. Thank you to Ishcakes, Jagtris. Thank you again so much to Leonardo. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much to Mr. Jonas. Thank you to Penguin Question. Thank you to Saturnius, to Stu Mega, and thank you to Unreasonable Width. I really liked it for that exact reason. You didn't have to slaughter everything. I liked the Rakshasa sort of angle. It's not like this wildly complex story, but I do like the idea that there was something that, because I imagine there's a way you could just go into the village and just obliterate everybody in the village and that would work, but it wouldn't be the best way to do it. So I think that's very cool. I really enjoyed it. All right, I'm going to rise up on out of here. I will see you in 20 minutes over on GogCom's Twitch channel for Songs of Conquest, and then back here at 9 p.m. Eastern for the amazing Our Vocalist voicing the game Growing Up, which is going to be a lot of fun. And those of you who want to check out more of Forgotten Realms, join me Thursday night as we will continue with more Forgotten Realms going forward. Otherwise, thank you all, lovely people, for being here. Really had a fun time today. And as always, chat, everyone be good to each other. And most of all, praise Tefnut! Honk.